I'm pretty sure that's the first thing the stream caught when it went live.
Excellent. That's the kind of content we're bringing to the table.
Dear God.
And that's it. That's all we got.
Thanks for
That's all
tuning
we got.
in, guys. See you next
That's our
time.
intro.
Yep.
I
That's the
feel
one
another
joke we have.
illness.
The rest of this is going to be serious as hell.
False.
Okay. Everybody ready?
I gotta assemble my dice tower.
I gotta knock his dice tower over.
Oh wait, it's already assembled.
I was gonna say, why'd you take it apart?
Because it's
Also,
fun.
Moose, can I remove one of the D10? Can we get one of the D10 bags removed?
Sure.
Because I've got a D10, a D10, and a D100.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody else like that?
That's
They
fine.
are.
That's what happens when you copy paste and you're wrong.
Hey.
Or maybe it's because you have anarchy in your heart, Stan.
I just want to have control over my portion of the table. And Moose is
I
all
wish
like,
I could give it to
"Permissions,
you,
blah, blah, blah,
Stan.
blah, blah."
I wish I could give you
remember Anarchy
control.
Mode back in Twitch Plays Pokemon back in the day. Anarchy Mode. That was the way we played.
Actually,
Which play-
interestingly
that was-
enough, today is the anniversary that that Helix Fossil was revived. It's been 8 years.
Wow.
Praise
Holy
the
crap.
dome.
Was that really that long ago?
Yep.
Wow.
All glory
That
to
was-
the dome.
That was such a unique and interesting thing.
You heathen.
All glory to the dome.
Praise Burb Jesus.
ATD's
All
where
terrain
it's at.
venom off, baby.
Thank you, Nick.
ATV.
Okay. So one thing I touched on briefly in the Discord that I will bring up now is I will have each of you guys, if you want, explain some of what happened last time. And if I like your explanation, I'll give you an inspiration token.
Ooh, I know what
If you
happened
want
last time.
notes, there are notes in the Discord because I put that link in there. So
You got COVID and we didn't play. Boom.
That
Nailed
wasn't
it.
a session and doesn't count.
Sometimes before that too.
It's technically correct.
the best kind of correct.
Yeah, man. Can I get a technical inspiration?
Sure. High five. Raise up your hand and hold it there until you get the high five.
All right. I'll trust you.
I'll be right over.
I'm going to
Okay,
track
so-
down your place of business.
All right. Well, I'm happy to start with the recap.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'll jump in. Our session began as every good D&D session does, in a tavern. One by one, we were called by the first mate, I believe.
Yep.
His name is in my notes somewhere, but I don't know where. He called us up one by one, talk a little bit about ourselves, say why we're there, what our skill set was. And, well, we were all lucky enough to get hired.
Very nice.
We had a first mission. We were supposed to find Pironesi de Luca. At least I'm assuming
Fetchiest
that's
of
how it's
quests.
pronounced based on my phonetics.
Pironesi de Luca.
And he ran an emporium just off the side of the Grand Market. We found a shop. It was closed. We got to Luca and saved him from goons. Book it out of here.
Nice.
That's what my notes say.
Good notes.
That was some of it. While dealing with Piranesi, and specifically with the gang members that he had been paying off protection fees, it was revealed that he was 30 gold in debt to them and was trying to skip town on our little voyage But they caught him before he left. And I tried to pay the debt off, or at least make it at 3/4 of it, to get them out of there. While one of us, I forget who it was, but somebody made it sound like the cops were coming.
Oh,
or
that
the
was me.
police was on the way. Yes. And we fooled them. They took my 20 gold and they left. And then somebody,
Meanwhile,
yeah,
there was a shiny rock, and two quick-handed
Right.
fellas
yeah,
pickpocketed the gold back.
so mad at you.
Pressed edit undo, and
Control Z.
And now the mob's after me instead. Ah!
To be fair, they don't know that they don't know that that who
In a day
knows?
at
They
this
could
point, I
they
bet
could have
they
just
know.
dropped.
once again, two well-meaning idiots saved the day. That's what I heard.
Yeah, we pulled off the holy trifecta of threatening, outsmarting, and robbing from a single encounter.
Yep, you guys really filled out your bingo card early.
Yeah.
Also somehow with all of that, still not or still avoiding the fight. Like that was the most impressive part.
Yeah. Like, I was very ready to send a fight at you guys, but
But we said,
Yes.
nah.
just a role play first encounter.
Oh,
Well-
I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but I found in my notes the first mate's name was Strovac, and the captain's name was Aardvark.
God damn it.
Right.
Captain Arvor.
Ardvor. Like, last night, I was like,
what
I
I
swear
said.
to God, Cameron's gonna say Aardvark.
I mean, that's what I remember.
That's what his name is, right?
He
What did
is
you guys
a
say?
fan of Arthur.
A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K.
You know what? I am a fan of Arthur.
It ended the other day.
I know. Final season.
Final episode.
Yeah.
Final what?
Arthur the cartoon ended earlier this week.
Yeah.
After
I mean, it's still in
25 years.
syndication, so that it's gonna
Yeah.
run forever. You
But
know,
they're not making new episodes.
Yeah.
I had no idea Francine was a monkey.
I didn't know that show was still being like produced and
Yeah.
aired.
Anyway, we've gone a little tangential to the recap.
Oh, yeah, we went back to the
Classic.
ship, escorting our
That's why they're
our
weird.
person. I'm a little
They're
concerned
lost
that,
on mid-fall.
huh?
What?
M-
Now what, Stan?
No,
My-
sorry.
Look at this. Watch. Boom.
Nice. Yes. Continue.
Amanda, what were you saying?
We escorted the guy back. Where I at least am a little concerned that he is flat broke, and couldn't even pay the 30 gold to the people he owed. And in spite of that, is somehow also the patron of this voyage.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious how exactly he's paying for this when he couldn't pay the protection fees for it. The 30 gold protection fees for his shop.
Everything's gonna work out just fine.
Right. Anyway, I tried to get those answers out of him and he was not forthcoming. But he did give me a deck of cool oracle cards.
Mhm. Meanwhile, I went and planted a seed in a park.
Yes, very
Yes, you
mysterious.
did. It was what was it? Sapphire Square or something?
I put that
Yes.
in a different part of my notes, but I believe so.
Anything from you, Nick?
Specifically, that hasn't been said, or just kind of like my take on the
What was your
events.
take?
Everything's been pretty well discussed so far. We had a nice little heart-to-heart up on the dock while I was relaxing one night. I got to know. Let's see. I can't remember everyone's character names. I think it was
It would be me.
Kimbrin. Yeah. Got to know Kimber a little bit. Then basically disappeared below decks in the cargo area for the evening. And I think we kind of cut it right there, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think we've really started the next day yet. Or did we? I can't remember.
When we ended session, it was the new day and the ship had just taken off.
Oh, yep, because I remember passengers
Like 1 second.
coffee. They made coffee and
Mhm.
had a conversation with some of the crew.
Yeah, being a passenger and not an actual crew member has had some drawbacks, which is fine.
But you
But
managed
it
to
was
prove that mending is a hell of a drug.
incredibly useful, and I've made pretty good friends with the chief engineer, who's I know she's a female dwarf, but I can't remember what her name is.
Did I give her a name?
Yeah,
Probably not.
I know I asked for it.
Okay. Well, maybe they do have a name.
As I recall, you asked, and Steven was like, "Oh, damn it."
More names.
I already wrote 4. I don't have any more in me. But yeah, we've got intrigue set up. We're pretty ready to set out, I believe, because it was anyone who wasn't on the ship by or no, they did say you could stay the night outside the ship. So I'm guessing departure was probably fairly early in the morning, but not like at dawn.
Yeah,
It's like 9 a.m. effectively.
yeah. It was early morning, but not dawn.
Yeah, so we're basically we're right on the cusp of true departure. And I think energies are probably high. Got a lot of new people, or a handful. Are we the only new signups,
Nope.
or were there others as well?
3 of the 4 courier groups are new, and there's also a few deckhands that are going to be new as well.
Okay, and then there wasn't any specific assignments yet, but there would be by next dock, correct?
Correct. As
Okay.
we'll get into it in this session, as the ship comes into port, the quartermaster will be giving out delivery assignments.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sounds good.
I didn't even know you were gone. I really didn't. I missed it.
Yeah.
I whispered it real quick. I forgot I was getting a headache, so I needed ibuprofen.
You
If I remember,
forgot you
like,
were getting a headache.
Yes.
Never
who's
forgotten the fact that I've been getting a headache. That's
Well, it got
uh,
better after I ate some food,
Oh.
but then I forgot to take the ibuprofen.
Alex, your character's going by a assumed name, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so like Kimbrin, Elgavar, and Gareth are the only people who have like given ostensibly their real names.
That's a no for me.
No,
dog.
you're okay.
Yeah.
You're going by an assumed one as well. I couldn't
I'm gonna
remember.
stick with Kimbrin as like a working name for the campaign. I figure your characters will almost always be able to reference me by that, just for ease of use.
Okay.
But it's not technically my real name.
Fair enough. I was just going by what was written in Discord.
Sure.
Is that the name you gave, or did you give another different one?
No, it is the name I gave. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. That's more along the lines of what I was referring to.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
Like, what's showing in Discord is currently the like what's known as far as names go.
Correct.
But except for Alex, because Obsidian isn't the name he gave. I think he gave some pun name.
Yes, the pun name.
Hey, you know what? If it works, just go with it for now.
Okay. Doot and Amanda for the engineer, pending me going back through the first session stuff to figure out if I gave her a name or not. Nalria Stonebrow for the engineer.
Stonebrow. Love it.
Okay. So, as previously mentioned, the voyage is fresh. Energies are high. The day is bright, shiny. All hints of the day's previous early rain was gone. The air is crisp and clean on board the airship. And not long after takeoff, once the initial voyage enthusiasm begins to wear down a bit, everybody goes about their general quarters, taking care of standard day-to-day. Some people are checking riggings, going over supplies again, making sure everything was secured correctly and nothing shifted during takeoff. And for the most part, it's just a lot of people killing time in the early stretch of the voyage. A bunch of sightseers just looking over the rails at the rolling green hills of the continent of East Loran. And about, let's see, started at 9, about 6 hours go by, and the quartermaster calls all hands on deck for the courier groups, and a runner is also sent to fetch passenger, as the courier groups are gathering on deck.
I go.
Once
Out of
on
the navigational quarters.
E. So, up on deck,
All right.
you see the quartermaster who's standing up the steps leading towards the steering column. He's standing above, looking at the gathering courier groups. And there's sort of a general attendant who's the assistant to the quartermaster standing by a big pin board on the same floor as the rest of you guys. And once everybody's gathered, he begins to read off some names. He reads off 5 names in fairly quick succession. All
None
right.
of ours, though, right?
What?
None of ours, though, right?
Yeah,
Okay, just
Name
making
all
sure.
those names, Steven.
I don't want to. I will get to them at some point.
Man's got to come up
Probably.
with parks and names. What the hell?
He reads off the first 5 and gestures them off to the side. Everyone, this is Courier Group A. They are returning members of our courier group from previous voyage. They are good at what they do. Feel free to take them as an example. The man who's leading the group, he's a half-elf named Ian Balar. He looks fairly smug as he's leaning against a railing. He pulls, then the quartermaster pulls out a sheet of paper to read off some more names. Okay. Elgvar, Kimbrin, Marston. Alex, what name did you give me again?
Bjorn, Toby,
Right.
Wild.
A horrible, horrible pun name. Bjorn and Passenger. Step off to the side. You guys are going to make up Courier Group B.
Just
Like
kind
we're
of
the
like
B
I look
team.
for where everyone else is going, and follow the group. Who's making the first move?
Passenger kind of cocks their head a little surprised by this turn of events, but steps off to the side.
Hi. Over near where Courier Group B is.
The
Come to the B
quartermaster
team.
reads off 10 more names, splitting off 2 more groups, courier groups C and D. And once everybody's filed into their areas, he clears his throat before speaking again. Okay, these are going to be your groups for this voyage. You will be traveling with them while making your deliveries. This is to both expedite transporting multiple loads of goods or heavy goods, as well as security while traveling. Should you have any questions, feel free to bring them up to me. But now I will get into how delivery assignments are given out. Direct your attention to the pin board my assistant is standing near. He waves his hand at the young boy that's standing near the pin-up board.
Pin-up board.
After a gesture, the lad swivels the pin-up board, and on the other side there is a series of sheets of paper stuck to the board. There are 4 different assignments. So, the way this is going to work out. 1 representative from each group is going to come up, and on a first-come, first-served basis, you will select the assignment you and your team are going to do. They are arrayed in line of difficulty and payout. The jobs that pay out the most will often be the most difficult. So, if you're feeling gutsy, you can take those. Or if you're feeling a bit more middle of the pack, you can always take one of the easier ones and just get by on the basic payouts. Any questions so far?
Is this where we all do just like a little, like we're all just gonna make eye contact with each other just a little bit, try to sense where everybody's at, right?
Yeah.
Elgavar puts his finger to his nose.
Just can we sort of tell where everybody's feeling just through eye contact without spoken communication, Stephen?
Like with specifically the
Well,
party?
I know that we can all talk in game here,
Yes.
but like in the game itself, where we're all just sort of listening and looking at each other, can we sort of get a sense of how the party's feeling?
Yeah.
How
you'd be
gutsy
able
are
to.
we?
Like, you've got a few moments since all but one of the groups is new. The quartermaster is
Mhm.
giving you a little bit of time to talk amongst yourselves.
It's like, what's like? How do you have a rating system for difficulty? Is it literally just based on gold amount, or is it, in like a classic quest style, like 2-star, 3-star difficulty, or
3
Or is it-
stars. Star system.
1 to 3?
Potentially more, depending on extreme difficulties.
Okay. So like, what's available, or well, I suppose that comes next.
Yeah, looking around at the group, do we look like a formidable clump of people? I know I don't look super ultra tough or anything.
I have a question for you all. If the ultimate endeavor here is getting where you're going, I don't think there's any need for too much risk for extra coin along the way. So I'm amenable to just taking a breezy route if that's agreeable with all you.
I can't say I was
Yeah.
expecting to take any jobs before getting there, but if it will pass the time a little more, well, better than just me mending every last corner and crack on this ship.
Tick
I've
box
had a-
for breezy, or is that more of a you're looking for some thrills along the way?
Well, I would rather not end up dead. But
I've
apart
had
from
a
that,
little bit of combat experience fighting off pirates on previous voyages, but I'm also at least, I think, at least decently armored compared to the rest of you.
well,
I
in
have no
addition to
interest
that,
in cracking skulls unless absolutely necessary.
exactly. I think I can talk my way out of most things.
Sounds like we got a bunch of diplomatic folk in this group, as I'm also inclined to speak my way out of most situations.
Good. Then, middle of the pack?
Works for me.
Yeah, middle of the pack sounds good. I do need some coin.
I say he picks something for us, and I point to um Nick's character, which is, don't tell me, Marston.
You point to me in what?
Like, we're supposed to send a representative up, and I point to Marston as our representative.
Oh, okay.
He's the first one that said anything, so
I walk forward. Looks, try. Hopefully, maybe take the initiative before any of the other groups finish discussing. Maybe see best pick
Yeah.
of assignments.
You get up there. Courier Group A already has a representative up there. It's a spry-looking halfling.
Punch him in the
Uh,
face!
I
Throw him off the
punch him in the face.
Yeet!
Mutiny!
Goes straight to murder.
And
After
that's
we all just said
how,
we like diplomacy, straight to murder.
Yep.
I'm getting conflicting.
murder is a
signals.
type of diplomacy.
I mean, it's the Bruce Willis negotiation method, right?
Yeah. I'm saying our characters are equipped for diplomacy. Our attitude, maybe
Oh,
not so
gosh.
much.
What's the Star Wars line? Diplomacy with a lightsaber.
You don't know the Star Wars line? Oh my
It's
god.
episode 1, my least watched movie.
Who are you?
Aggressive negotiations.
Yeah.
Okay. After some more deliberation, the other groups send up some representatives. But in the meantime, Nick, you're able to see the board. There are 4 different assignments on this one. 1 delivery each. There is 1 1-star, 2 2-stars, and then a 3-star.
What kind of level of detail is there for these? Is it mostly just like an address or like a name, or what kind of description is there?
There is a baseline description. The easiest one says the docks. The 2 middle ones, there's farmstead and tavern. And then the 3-star is the inn.
Okay, and these are the difficulty is what, like level of risk or like
Potential risk, distance
complicating
needed to
factors?
travel, various
Okay.
factors that would go into create more trouble than the other ones have.
Okay, so it could even have to do with like the type of cargo and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you might need to transport a giant fucking crate, which requires you to get a cart.
Let's see, farmstead, or inn was the 3-star. What was the other 2-star?
The other 2-star was
Tavern
the
and
tavern.
the fields.
Tavern. Okay, farmstead or tavern.
Docks being the easiest, and the inn being the most difficult.
Yeah, I'll grab the tavern assignment.
As you approach, the little assistant sort of steps in front. It's like, wait till everybody's here. And then it's around that time the other representatives show up. From Courier Group C, there's sort of a portly human, and Courier Group D sends up an elf. At that point, the quartermaster speaks up again. All right, you four, now that everybody's here, how this is going to work is you will, I'll say now. You all raise your hand. Whoever raised theirs first gets to pick first, and in descending order. Questions?
Just nod.
All right. And now, Marston, roll initiative.
Oh, come on. That was brutal. 8.
Ooh.
Should have been a 21.
What's your dexterity?
It teetered. My dex score or modifier?
Modifier.
+3.
Okay. You will not be going last. You tied with Courier Group C, the portly human. Courier Group A, the spry halfling, his hand just shot up like a lightning bolt. He moves forward and grabs the inn. Courier Group D goes forward and grabs the docks. So the 3-star and the 1-star are gone, leaving the 2 stars. And it is now your pick between the farmstead and the tavern. Both are 2 stars.
I'll grab the tavern as I originally intended.
And the remaining man moves forward and grabs the farmstead. All right. Now that everybody's got their assignments on the list, they'll have on the sheet of paper you grabbed, it'll have the list of things you'll need to grab for this delivery. Come to me, I will show you where everything is and help you sign it off on the books. Now, reconvene with your team and fill them in. The other representatives disperse and go back to their teams. And the quartermaster sends a following call. We'll be arriving in Hobbit's Port in about 45 minutes at the last estimate. Try to have everything figured out and come to me with 15 minutes remaining before arrival.
Nod and walk back to the group with the task in hand. See if there's kind of looking it over, seeing if there's any extra details, like name of contacts, like what we're transporting.
On the backside with the detailed information, it says you'll be delivering some new cookware to the tavern in Hobbit's Port. It's judging by the name, it's a all-right establishment, and the stuff getting delivered is nice, but it's not fantastic stuff.
Okay. Is this is there a reference to where this is in the hold? Are these being brought up by somebody else? Do we have to go get them?
It's got a reference number on it, and having had dealings with the ship before, you would know each box is sort of labeled with a associating number, so that way these sheets are able to be organized.
Okay, just kind of
yours has the number, and the quartermaster will easily be able to help you get it.
Okay. Again, would I know that would we be going down to get this, or am I just presenting this to somebody and they'll bring it up and then we'll take it from there?
You would need to go down to the hold meet the quartermaster, show him the sheet you grabbed, and he'll help you locate the crate.
All right. I kind of eyeballing the inventory. Like, how heavy is this, or is this going to be in multiple crates?
It will probably be split across a few smaller crates.
Okay. Are we in dock yet, or is this kind of like being discussed like a couple miles out?
A few miles out.
Okay.
If you look over the edge, off on the horizon, you'd be able to see the hillsides that Hobbit's Port is built on as you
Gotcha.
near the coast.
I'll just kind of outline like what to be expected as someone who's I think based on the group, everyone is pretty new to this. So we'll kind of just like outline what we'll need to do in preparation, so we're ready to go.
All right. As you guys are getting ready, the Captain Arvor steps onto deck and he finds passenger.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. Or
Good band.
afternoon.
Good,
How are you
whatever it is
today?
to you. Well,
Do you have any questions about the assignment you were given?
questions. Is there why do you think I would have questions? Is it perhaps because I paid for my passage on this voyage and was not expecting to actually join the courier missions?
Unless I'm mistaken, First Mate Hullview said that there was no free rides, even with payment, and you would be given some light work to help pay your way.
Yes, and I have been walking this ship stem to stern, mending everything in sight, and helping your chief engineer downstairs.
Which Nalria is very appreciative of. But even our benefactor, Pierre Nazi DeLuca, is doing extra work on the side, even though he's funding this.
Yes, about that. Did he pay up front by any chance?
He did.
Interesting.
And as of right now, he's currently helping balance our taxes.
Well,
So, I apologize if it snuck up on you any, but need to keep the hands moving, as the saying goes.
well, you note I didn't make a stink about it a minute ago.
Which was very nice to see. I just wanted to make sure the waters were clear.
I don't know about clear, but not dangerous.
That is good to hear. And besides, at least doing these courier missions, you'll be able to get some exercise, as opposed to being stuck down in the hull for a couple of months. And you'll be able to walk off the ship with more money than you're actually paying us to transport you.
I think that they are unable to keep their expression quiet, with a little bit of like a grimace at that, but they keep their mouth shut.
The captain smiles a very slight smile that's only really reflected at the edges of his eyes. Take care on your first mission.
I'll do my best.
He turns and returns down below.
Yeah, passenger sticks their tongue out at his back, but goes on and joins the rest of the group again.
Down below, in the cargo hold, the other courier groups are collecting their delivery assignments from the quartermaster. Courier Group C, the one that had the portly gentleman, are looking a little dismayed that their delivery requires transporting a box almost as big as the man who accepted the assignment. A lot of groaning and some light punches on the man's arm. But before long, there's an opening in the line, and the quartermaster, Kanan, gestures for Marston to come forward.
I approach.
All right. Which one did you accept?
The tavern.
Ah, yes. The delivery to the lovely horse. It's a fine tavern. I've gone there a couple times, but serves mostly halfling fare. Not particularly my thing, as it happens. Let's see. You will be needing these 3 crates over here. He walks through the lines of boxes and bags. And finally, there's about 3 crates. The smallest one is about foot on each side. The largest one is about 2.5 feet and will likely require a little bit of assistance while walking.
Team lift!
All right. Any questions for me, Marston?
Agility.
He's outlined the stuff. Let's see. Kind of per some of the private discussions we've had, like, is this a stop where I'm unloading one of my steamer chests? Or not quite yet.
He after asking you questions like, these all the boxes on your dossier? Or am I
Believe there's
missing
one more that we're taking off the ship.
He leads you a bit further down the side passages made by the boxes and gestures towards a small chest.
All right, everything seems to be in order then.
He marks something on a clipboard.
Just to check, is this a day trip, or are we going to be taking a little bit of a jaunt?
To get to the lovely horse, you shouldn't need to travel very far. It's a ways into town up the hill, but it's not like having to go to the farmstead.
All right, well then, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'll see you in the evening.
Safe travels.
Tip my hat. Kind of round up the goods.
All right. You round up the goods. Takes you about 5 minutes to get everything into a nice pile, and then get the rest of the group to come take their share. And once back on deck, the crewmate who's up in the crow's nest rings a bell, 3 quick chimes suggesting the next destination is close by. Looking over the edge, it's easy to see the rolling hills that have been making up the bulk of the East Lorraine countryside sort of slope up at a slightly harsher way and cliff down. And then a bit further down the coast, there is some nice relaxed slopes that have a lovely looking city built onto it as it sits on the side of a harbor. And you hear the man up in the crow nest shout, 5 minutes out of Hobbit's Port. With that, other crew members come out, start climbing up the rigging, tying up some of the sails, getting everything ready to dock. And within 5 minutes, the Endurance settles into a small airship dock that quickly gets tied off and the ship is secured. The first mate from up on the steering column shouts out, "All right, ship's docked. Couriers, go about your work. Next takeoff is tomorrow afternoon." And with that, the gangplank is set out, and Courier Group A wastes no time setting out.
All right. Just kind of, hold back, no rush. Let be professional. No, don't crowd the gangway.
Mhm.
As you're sort of standing back, letting the initial rush pass, you're able to get a nice view of the city. The airship dock is along the cliffed face of Hobbitsport. And looking out, downspin, you're able to see the layout of the rolling city. They're built into the hill for most of the city in the standard way a lot of halfling buildings are, working with the land to not disrupt it. But then after about a mile or two of these hobbit-sized buildings, new styles of buildings start to pop up. They're standing straight out of the hillside. They're colored in various shades of pastels, making a very flowery appearance of the city. And at the edge of the water, you see a large shipping port as well for the more water-bound vessels. And before long, the gangway clears out.
All right. Anyone have any objections? We're burning daylight.
Let's do it.
Yeah. As we're kind of looking over this new city, can I kind of get a beat on where I kind of imagine taverns will be scattered throughout the city, but there tend to be neighborhoods that are specifically a little more touristy and cater a little bit. There's got to be a downtown area, basically.
Yeah.
Can I get a beat on where that is / how far it is? Because I'm betting that's probably where it's at.
Roll me investigation.
Love to. Oh, it's a +0. Fantastic. Well, that's a 15.
Very nice. As you're scanning the city from the elevated position of the airship docks, you're able to see one of the locations, sort of where the halfling buildings meets the new-styled buildings. There is a particular block that has a number of, tented structures and slightly more garish buildings that you would assume is a market district, or at the very least an entertainment district.
Nice. I will point that out to the group as we're heading toward the gangplank, and wonder aloud if that's where we'll end up.
Marston, any indication of where the tavern might have been from the quartermaster?
I figure the easiest place to find a notable landmark is just to ask around some locals.
Oh, I think the passenger has a good idea. We should head in that direction, and yes, ask around.
I'm actually going to, since this is a halfling-owned area, I'm going to just draw my hood and not say anything and carry. I don't know what the relative strengths of the party are, but you guys might need me as one of the team lifters.
It is the strength of all the party.
I think we have a
Flimsy.
Flimsy, yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a very low strength party.
I think we're
I've got a
pretty.
14,
God.
so
14 might be the highest.
It is.
It is.
I have an
Oh,
8.
good.
I'm having deja vu.
it's Monday night all over again, Moose.
It's Star Wars all over again. Literally nobody in the party had a positive strength score.
Good lord.
I've
Yeah, I
got a
think
14.
Yeah,
Star
no.
Wars.
I had a positive strength score in Star
Right.
Wars.
Right.
I also had a 14, which
Mine-
made me the melee character.
yeah, mine is 9. So
You know, finesse counts with lightsabers.
Yeah.
Right. But so here and now, we have how many people who are like strong? 1.
1.
One.
Bearing in mind that 10 is like average human person strength.
Yeah.
yeah, we're
Right.
we're not like flimsy. We're just not like overly robust in the strength
Oh, no.
department.
I'm definitely flimsy with my 8. I am weaker than the average human.
And naturally, you tried to avoid the job that included picking up and carrying heavy things.
Absolutely.
Yet here we are.
Here we
Think of it like a hotel that has a gym inside it. That
Wait,
gym
what?
attendance is mandatory.
Delightful.
This is the worst.
This is the way.
Well,
This is the way of the worst.
All right. Well, how many crates are there, and how are they all roughly the same size and weight, or are they different?
2 of the crates are small enough to easily be held by a single person. Elgavar, if you wanted to carry the biggest crate by yourself, I would need a strength check from you.
Said I figured I could team lift it, but I will make that strength check.
I
Second,
think-
Because
I
it's
think we've
possible
got
if you get a nice strength check.
Yeah, we've got enough people where I think the big more awkward one we might as well split between 2 people.
by myself, that's an 11.
By yourself, that's an 11. You'd be able to, but you feel like you'd probably get tired going up and down the hills.
Yeah. So
Eyeball the docks area and like, is there any? Just kind of seeing everyone kind of like already kind of taking some breaths, like oh man, this is gonna be rough. I'm guessing is the general vibe where the party's exuding.
necessarily. I just
Well, at a minimum, like even if you're like, hey, I'm gonna help someone move, like maybe even right at the beginning, you're like, wow, that's a lot of boxes.
3.
Like there might be some regrets, but like, are there any unattended like push carts nearby that I can spy?
Unattended?
Yeah,
There are 2.
2.
And by unattended, there's nobody directly on the cart, but this is a airship dock in the middle of the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
so there are still people milling around.
Does it look like any of them are being loaded up, or basically I'm trying to see one that, like, maybe whoever was last using it is on a lull or away at the moment.
One of them, delivery group C, the one that needs to go to the farmstead with the nice big box, they flagged down somebody and it looks like they're negotiating use for one of the carts.
Okay, and then the other one of the 2, what's that one? looking
It's a small pull cart, so somebody would stand at the little handles of it and pull it behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Small little 2-wheel sitting off by an alley.
Yeah, that one looks promising. I direct the group over there, and I say, I think we can commandeer this. Doesn't look like it's being used by anyone at the moment.
Commandeer it.
Appropriate, borrow, whatever word works.
You mean steal?
Well, we intend to bring it back here at the end of the day, so I don't know if it's stealing.
I'd like to look around and see if this cart has an owner nearby. Someone we could pay for its use.
Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, that is not a good roll. Yep, that's a 3 total.
With the number of people milling around, you're having a hard time figuring if any particular one would be the owner of the cart.
I'm not exactly comfortable just taking things that aren't ours.
This
Yeah, I
one
was-
in particular, because no one was using it, and it's kind of off tucked in this alley here. I figured it might be more general purpose, as this is a large hub of trade in the area. Do you
Perhaps
see
you didn't
anyone?
Perhaps you didn't see this other person over here, and I'll point at the other one who's actively negotiating for use of the cart. I think it's general practice to haggle for use of things that don't belong to you.
Do we know it belongs to him? He's kind of off over there with the rest of those folks, and this was, as I said, a little bit buried in the corner. By all means, I'm not trying to stir up trouble. I just was trying to be practical.
Oh, fair enough. But
Perhaps the
Steven,
owner. Oh,
can
sorry.
can I get a package count? Like, how many boxes are we dealing with here?
3.
3.
Technically 4.
4.
Oh.
But 1 is Marston's personal one.
We sure we can't do this without use of a cart? I would hate to spend I would hate to, first of all, spend money that we don't need to. That's basically cutting into the gold we'll be earning. And second of all, anger anybody who's at the docks.
Yes, let's not anger any of the halflings. That is definitely a bad idea.
If we just need to take breaks and it gets heavy, that's fine.
I mean, sorry I misread the situation. Lead on, passenger. So I think you had a point of direction.
I will pick up one of the packages that I think I can probably manage on my own, and I will do my best with it.
Roll me a strength check.
Yeah, trying to show that I'm a useful human, quote unquote human. 15.
You lift with your legs. You stand up. The box has some weight to it, but you're like, I can manage this.
Yeah, I kind of shift and shuffle it so that it's comfortable and most of the weight is leaning against my chest. And I'll give a curt nod to whoever's left.
I'll help Elgavar with the big crate.
Marston's very specifically carrying the last package that we picked up before leaving the hold, the steamer
His
chest.
personal one.
Okay.
So there should be only one box left for
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
He's gonna walk over to the cart, and was it a push or a pull cart? Did you say
Pull cart.
pull cart? He's gonna kind of start lifting it. Like I assume it's like you back into it and you lift the handles and pull it behind you type of thing. He's gonna test out the handles, lift it up, kind of start walking around with it a little bit. Gonna get a feel for the cart. Wheel it over to the box.
It's a little big for you. It's not particularly designed with halflings or gnomes in mind. Probably used by one of the more standardized humanoids.
Yeah. He's gonna. How many boxes can fit in the back of it?
You with good stacking, you'd be able to fit all 3.
You go, Kimbrin, get over here.
We already got these boxes. Just pick up yours. Come on.
Ah, fuck that. Work smarter, not harder. I don't lift.
Are you a
Come here.
courier and you don't lift?
I'm usually a courier of smaller goods. Just test this card out. Just test it out.
If you don't want to lift on your own, you can come over here and help Elgavar. I'll carry that one.
Okay. You don't even want to try the card out?
I'll go over and just pick up the last crate.
It's a fairly light crate.
Alright. It's not even bad.
Well, help, please.
Alright, I'll run over.
That'll be easy too. You can just stand directly underneath it, arms up.
Yeah, you're able to get a nice little angle where it's like resting easy. And back on the main road, you're able to see the pathway. It's a nice sized road for access to the airship docks cut into the cliffside, and it leads down, winding around the side, down into the main town. Good news, all downhill at this point.
That's what I like to hear.
Get inside a big tire, roll down the hill.
See, now that's work smarter, not harder.
The trip is nice and smooth. People of a multitude of races are milling around you. It feels somewhat similar to how the capital felt, just a nice spread of races. You do get the feel that the majority here is still in the halflings' favor. But there's a good number of humans. You see some dwarves. Occasionally you'll spot an orc doing some heavy lifting. A number of airships are being worked on along the cliffside as the docks extend above and below. But you also get a nice view of the coastline as it wraps a ways out in either direction, and the ring curves upward, and you're able to see the mouth of the harbor ways out. It's a very pleasant day. You hear seagulls, the waves are lapping against the coast, and down below you, you hear the hustle and bustle of a nice harbor city. And before long, you get to the city proper. Crowds shift from dock workers to standardized civilians. Some people are shopping. You hear merchants calling, trying to sell their wares. You see a few guards here and there. Most of them are halflings. And just a nice standard day in Hobbitsport. Takes you about
Nice.
25 minutes to get to the area passenger pointed out. And the crowds are a lot more... what's a good word for it? Active. They're all there to shop. You see a lot of people wearing finer clothes. and a number of market stalls are built into the building with open fronts, as a multitude of merchants are doing business.
Gonna keep my eyes peeled for anybody who might be thinking about picking pockets or anything like that.
You see one. He's carrying a box.
Yes, but also outside of the group whose hands are not occupied with carrying boxes.
All right. Let's see. Passive.
Not great, if I recall correctly. Passive perception is 12.
12. All right. You don't notice anything offhand. It's near the end of standard business hours, so a lot of people are just here to shop before heading home. The smell of cooked meats and fresh bread sort of wafts through the air as you pass some restaurants.
If it helps, my passive insight is 14.
Duly noted.
Anyway.
After walking for about 5 minutes along this roadway, a man approaches you. He is slightly tall for a halfling, though you're not entirely sure if he's, like, part human or something, but he's very tall for a halfling.
Quarterly.
Maybe
Nice.
he's just tall, Steven. Wow.
Yeah, maybe he's just tall.
Yeah, it's just tall girl.
He approaches you. Well, hello there, couriers. Those are some mighty fine boxes you've got there.
My grip
I
tightens.
think they're mostly just normal boxes.
Anything of particular interest in there you might be willing to trade for something?
Oh, these are already bought and purchased. We're just heading to a particular location to drop off the goods.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Who's to know? Like, I can sign off on your writ, I can get you some extra stuff. It'll be great. Trust me, it'll work out for you.
Nah.
That doesn't seem too on the nose for that. But maybe you'd be interested in a little bit of coin to give us some directions if you're unwilling to walk away without some kind of deal.
Oh, well, sure, I know this city like the back of my hand.
Does it seem like he's trying to fleece us?
Roll me insight.
Love to.
I'd like to assist.
Right.
Sure, go ahead.
Great. We'll take that. It is 22.
You get the feeling that he is putting on a bit of a show, and he might not know the city as well as he claims to.
I will kind of try to catch Marsden's eye and give a quick shake of the head.
Have I ever been here before, Moose? Or am I new to this town? You want me to just like roll a d20 or something?
Roll for it. Like, you've traveled
Okay.
a bit, like, most of your experiences are in Kroania, but who's to say? Maybe you have.
Where's my phone?
Sounds like backstory stuff.
Did you get my message as well?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't respond to it.
Just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Yep.
Okay. D20. Wait, what? Okay. Why is that wigging out?
What's wigging out?
every time I select a d20, it like resets the little widget in the D&D Beyond display.
Oh, weird.
So like I can't actually roll it. I'm gonna just try refreshing the page. Or I'll just roll an actual d20 that I've got sitting next to me. 10.
10.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. Could say you've been here once or twice, passing through.
Okay. I catch the side eye passenger, and I give him I don't give him the name of the tavern we're actually looking for. I give him the name of like another one I might I know from a visit here, maybe. Just kind of like testing to see if he has any idea where this mark is. So it's kind of, I mean, like, he may or may not even know it, but like that's what I'm going for with my response. So I'm like, because what was the name of the one we're looking for?
The Lovely Horse.
Lovely Horse. Yeah, we're looking. We're on our way to the Prancing Pony. If you can give us maybe a heading for that, we'd appreciate.
Oh, Prancing Pony! Love that place. I was there just the other night. Lost 10 gold. Ah, yes, you're going to want to continue going. Take a left and head down to the down by the docks by the coast. I believe it's down the road a bit from the Boiling Jellyfish.
No, that's a name for a pub. Specialize in seafood. Do those directions match what I was expecting him to say or not?
No.
I rummage in my coin purse, and I set down my chest, but basically I set it down and then I put my my boot on it, so I'm like standing on it, and I flick him a silver coin.
Ah, thank you kindly.
We appreciate the information.
Ah, anytime. Tell you what, once you're done delivering those boxes, come back this way. We can play some games. You can try to win this silver piece back.
You know, I might have a tip for you.
Oh, a tip, huh?
Yeah, you know, you seem to be looking for goods, and you know, I saw a particularly well-stocked caravan heading out, and I give them just kind of a direction, well in the opposite direction of where we're going to actually be heading.
It looks like he's taking a mental note of it, like, uh-huh.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, because you were looking for spare goods that we might have been able to spare. We're obviously not the people who can help in that situation, but they look well-stocked.
Oh, thank you kindly. I will, act on that.
All right, well, it was a pleasure. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You all as well. He goes off at a quick little jaunt.
I'm going to quick look around and see if anybody else was paying attention to that interaction between us. People that might have been associates of him. If he was just a face and there were other people who were more interested.
Roll me perception.
Perception is a +2. Oh, did it not roll? It's not. Good. Okay, well, that's a dirty 20.
Nice. You notice a lot of people going about their business, but as this halfling runs off down the road, you don't see anybody following or moving along with him. Just a lot of shoppers going into some of the adjoining market stalls.
And nobody else was paying us any special interest while we were having that conversation.
Nope.
Great.
You guys are laborers.
Mm-hmm. Great. I have a little along my, beating along my hairline, but I, shift the box and... Alright. Where next?
I head off in the direction he said, but, kind of making a show of kind of looking, and then immediately taking the other direction, basically, like he said, go that way. I think he said he'll go left.
Yep.
So, immediately taking us in an opposite direction and kind of distancing ourselves from this encounter.
All right.
And then looking for some other people to actually talk to, like maybe a stall vendor or shopkeep that's outside.
All right.
Someone accessible.
Once you hang a right, you're on connected Market Street, but this one is the sort of offshoot one. It's not the main stalls. There's still some people around, but it's not the main attraction of the market. You see a dwarf with a rolling cart that has a bar on top of it, and a couple of people are sitting on stools that are set out in front of it. He's pouring some drinks from a little keg he's got with him, and passing out some fried food.
Hail and well met.
Ah, well met. Can I get you anything? Judging by those boxes, you all must be parched.
We could stop for a bit of refreshment. Well, maybe you give us a bit of directions.
Ah, tourists, ah. Judging by the boxes, you must be from a ship.
That we are.
Aha, well, grab a seat, grab a seat. I'll pour you some fresh cold drinks.
Kind of setting the box in a way and kind of gesturing to the group kind of to do it, so we're kind of going to be positioned around it, kind of if they can be up against the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the box as I set it down. Just make a seat for myself out of it.
Oh.
Nice to finally set these
Box
down.
down with a thud.
I got some nice dwarven ale, fresh from the halls of the main city. That said, I've also got some sparkling spring water tucked in the back. Just kidding, it's regular water from the well.
Take some water. I don't drink on the job.
Ah, responsible lad, I see. He pulls out a jug, pours a glass of water, and hands it to you.
I
Yes,
take it, down it, and then I just set it down, and not asking for more, just.
All right.
Yes, I'll take some water too. Thank you.
He pours a round of waters. Anybody want a beer? Maybe some food? Keep those engines fueled?
Maybe on our way back.
Ah, all right. But you mentioned you needed some directions. Looking for wherever these boxes are going, I'd assume.
You got it in one.
Aha. I'm an old dwarf. I've been around for a while. Like to think I know what I'm looking at.
Do you know where we can find a lovely horse?
Ah, lovely horse. It's a nice establishment. Let's see. From here, you're gonna want to continue down to the end of the road. Take a right. Go down a little ways. You'll find an adjoining road that'll go up the hill. And he points up the hill a ways. Right near the crest of the hill, the lovely horse is going to be there. You'll notice it. It's got a nice red shingled roof. white front, and a sign up front. It's gonna have a white pony on it with a bow.
Much obliged.
Of course, happy to help.
And what was the cost for the round of refreshments?
It was just water, don't worry about it.
Well, then this is for the information. And I put down a couple silver.
Much obliged. I'll still be here, likely, unless you're taking longer than a day to get back. But I've set up shop here for the time being.
Well, we might be passing back through then.
Please do. There'll be a stool waiting for y'all.
What was your name, sir?
My name is Balrak.
Can you say that again?
Balrak.
Balrog.
Balrog.
Thank you, Balrog.
They dug too deep.
Those bastards.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Flame of Hobbitsport.
Of course, same to you. At about that point, somebody down the cart lifts up an empty mug and the dwarf moves to refill it.
Alright. I think that's enough of a rest, yeah?
Yeah, let's.
Keep going.
I hoist the box once again.
Oh, the temptation to make you guys do continuous strength checks. But I won't.
Okay, great. Thank you, kind gracious DM.
Hovering my finger over the leave campaign button.
What's that?
Hovering my finger over the leave campaign button.
Stephen was a wise man disabling the flip table command.
I don't know about you. I don't know. When I hover flip table, it lights up for me.
Oh yeah, but it should.
Can't actually
It
click
lights up, but it won't actually let you do it.
Mm.
Oh,
Aha!
He's too weak.
nice.
Strength check failed? Damn,
Oh
savage.
god, that's cool. I like that.
What?
Can I try? I want to try it.
Yeah,
Not only
go
will
ahead.
it not flip, but the table insults you.
Man, you failed with 17. This is a heavy-ass table.
I wonder if you get a nat 20 if you can actually flip it, because that'd be hilarious.
I bet you like rumble it or something. Like it budges, but it doesn't flip.
Yeah.
The Thor's hammer pickup.
Yeah. It's like your strength is immense, but Steven nailed the table to the floor.
Mine doesn't insult me. At least I'm not seeing it.
Oh, it says it in the chat off to the side, in the bottom
Oh.
left.
I have chat disabled.
That would do it.
There you go.
Could you, Stan? Just breaking all
Okay.
the rules.
I do.
So-
It's what I
Following along the road, to get, following the directions Thalrak gave you, you get to the end of the road, turn, get to the street that he had mentioned, and you look up the hill. You got a bit of a climb ahead of you.
Ugh, what happened to the downhill?
Went down it.
And now we pay the price.
Alright. Going up the hill, I'm gonna have everybody roll me a Constitution check.
Endurance.
Great. That's
an 8.
10.
17 for me.
17,
14
10,
for me.
14.
You said this was just Constitution?
Yep. Constitution.
10.
10? Alright. Nobody collapses with their crate as they're moving up the hill.
Nice.
Thank God.
It was a slight chance, but I wanted to see. You get up to the hill, and as soon as you crest it, you see a bit more of the city cascading down the other side. But you get a nice view of the surrounding city and the harbor, and there is an absolutely lovely breeze blowing in off the ocean.
Take a moment to bask.
Like, you feel it just blow away the sweat, cools you down, and just... It's a very... moment.
And that's when Kimbrin farts.
Correct. Loudly.
We should move on from here.
I recommend it. I had many onions this morning.
All right. From this vantage point, everybody give me a perception check.
Perception.
Nat 20.
Higher today.
That
Dirty 20.
So total of 22.
19.
19.
An impressive 13.
7 because I can't roll worse shit. Again.
Everybody but Elgavar is able to notice a slightly taller building about a street over with a very red roof and white walls.
I think that'll do it.
What'll do it?
Just follow us.
Yeah, okay.
It's a real quick jaunt, and you come to the front of the lovely horse. As mentioned, it's got a sign hanging out front with a white pony and a red bow tied on its mane.
Looks like the place.
I'll set my crate down. Want to head inside, see where they want all this?
It's usually
yeah.
the first step.
Maybe
Maybe we
head in
should-
the doors.
Roll around to the back. Or how crowded is it? Does it look like this place is like popping right now, or it'd be easy to just go in the front?
It doesn't seem crowded, but you do hear loud patrons inside.
Right. I suppose we can find a way around the back.
If it doesn't look too crowded, I think we could probably just roll in the front. Basically, you know, as long as they're not going to be in the way of the patrons, was kind of all I was thinking.
Alright.
Yeah. Just kind of walk in. Yeah. Try to meet eyes with a proprietor or like barkeep, kind of a like
as
this
soon
is
as you-
kind of this is for here sort of look.
As soon as you go in, you're met with a slightly disconnected view of the tavern compared to what the outside looked like. Inside, it looks like a group of young ruffians have sat down and are making a bit of a mess. And the proprietor looks unhappy. He looks up, sees you, and a slight look of dread crosses her face for a second.
Prider looks unhappy. There's a bunch of hooligans. Do I notice this before any of the are we like just in the doorway?
Yep.
Have we been spotted yet?
By the hooligans?
By the hooligans.
Not yet.
I kind of immediately kind of shake my head. I don't know if I'm like leading the group in or if I'm just kind of in the group. If I'm in the front, I shake my head and start backing up, kind of like waving my hand as well. Just kind of slowly backing out the door.
Yeah, I just assumed you were in front.
Yeah.
Then that's what I do.
Great.
Hopefully
We
the
totally
party
back-
understood my intentions there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't just
we-
all like road jam the door and crash into each other.
I assume there's a little bit of hemming and hawing, but I think we can manage to walk our way back out the door. What? Wrong door?
Not the place.
I got the distinct impression that either we're not welcome at this moment, or at a minimum, we might want to go around the back.
Okay, around the back it is.
Also, we hopefully won't be involved in here, but I'm not sure if there might be a scrap of trouble as well.
What sort of trouble?
Those folks in there seem to be causing a bit of distress.
Right about that time, you hear some glass break from inside.
Bit of
That's no
distress.
If they cause enough distress that we don't get paid, then this is all for naught.
Yeah, but at a minimum, we won't be risking the goods, in which case we'd also not get paid. So if we can get these quietly in the back, I believe that would be what the proprietress was hoping to convey.
I think quickly as well would be good if there's anything. If the situation is devolving, we should not be holding crates when it does.
Another good point. Double time around the folk.
All right. You move down the side path around the edge of the building and find the back door easily.
All right, Gareth, you going in again?
Yep, I'll lead the way in. Just kind of with a extra critical eye. I'm not sure. I mean, is there anyone out back here? Like, do we find another lookout?
No, there's no lookouts out back. That's the backside of an inn or tavern.
All right, enter in slowly then.
Okay. As soon as you enter, you're in the kitchen of the tavern, and almost immediately a haggard-looking halfling sort of jumps as he's startled and holds up a ladle defensively.
Oh no, is the soup that bad here?
What?
I'm making a delivery and apparently not also making good humor.
Oh, you're not with the men out front?
No, but if you could kindly inform us of the situation, that would be appreciated.
Those kids out front showed up like 2 days ago, and they have almost refused to leave at any given point in time. Like, they stay in way past closing time. Like, even outside of points where we're saying, no, we're not serving food right now. They're like, no, you're making food right now. And I'm like, nah.
They from around these parts?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is they've been making life hell for me and the proprietress.
Have they hurt you? Threatened you?
Well, I mean, they've broken some of our stuff. And last time we tried to make them believe, they really broke some stuff. Like, we tried getting some of the guards to help out, but they don't seem much interested in coming up to this part of the hill. But that's not any of your business, I suppose. Let me see if the man can come back and sign for your delivery. I'll be right back. He goes to the door, takes a steadying breath, and goes out front, leaving you alone and back for a bit.
You know, this might be a good way to earn some extra coin.
Yeah, I bumped
Chasing off some hooligans.
bump the crate down, shake my arms out, and I mean, we could help.
Normally, I would not want to make someone else's problem my problem, but I'm likened to agree with passenger.
Well, it sounds like they're looking for someone or something. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd hold up here for an extended period.
People are just mean.
They might just be wanting to make trouble.
I suppose that's a possibility as well.
But wanting to make trouble is no way to behave.
So you
Perhaps.
mean to make an example?
I think we could make an impression.
Teach a good old moral lesson?
Around that point, the proprietress comes back. Female halfling. She's got gray hair, threading in between some golden locks. She looks like she has aged a little bit in the past couple days alone, with a lot of stress wrinkles and on an otherwise pleasant-looking face. Yes, sorry about that. I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression when you came in through the front door, but I think you made the right choice coming around back.
Seemed like there was tension in the air.
She sighs a little bit.
Do you need help? With
Do
them, I
need
mean.
help? Yes, I would say I need help. I think there's some local lads set up here. I think they fancy themselves a gang. Been making absolute hell for us. Pretty much all my servers left. The only staff member I really have right now is Martin, who you've met already.
Martin doesn't appear to be proficient with that ladle.
No. He mostly cleaned, but I need to keep an eye on the front. Oh god, I left Martin in charge of the front. He looks a little dismayed. Alright, well, let me see your sheet. I'll sign off on the delivery.
I look pointedly at our members of the party who seemed like they wanted to intercede here. Kind of like well, this is your chance.
Yeah, I'll nod too.
I'll just light up and would it be worth a little bit of extra coin to deal with the situation out front? Not Martin, the others.
Her ears perk up and her eyebrows give the only real indication on her face that she's somewhat surprised. Yes, I would say so. I'd give you a bonus on top of your delivery fee, and hell, deal with them. Anytime you come in, I'll give you some free drinks.
Oh, that's
Well,
good
yeah.
enough.
Yes.
Crack my knuckles.
Yep.
She looks at each of you for a few seconds each. Looks like she's appraising you all. And once she appraises the last of you, she peeks her head out the door. Martin, come here for a moment.
I kind of look at her and I as she's kind of sizing us up. Anything you can tell us about these youngins? Are they locals? Do they answer to anybody? Are they just looking to raise some hell?
Local lads, surrounding countryside. Pretty sure I've seen some of them come in times before, but never like this. I'm guessing...
Did you see any weapons on them?
A few of them. I think most of them are just association.
Oh, and before we intercede, I'd like to make sure we're on the same page. Are you looking to scare them off, or something a bit more severe?
Ideally scare them off, but there's going to be 3 of them that are sort of in charge. They'll be the ones to give you trouble if there's going to be any. The rest will likely hang back, too scared to actually do anything, and if you deal with the 3 main ones, they'll likely run off.
Which 3? You got any distinguishing characteristics?
Big.
All right.
Great.
Hit the big ones first.
You know,
Let
the
the rest
real
scatter.
brutish kind. They likely came from a farm.
I pull out my bow and start moving that direction.
I'm gonna look pointedly at the group and say, remember, these still are just kids, and this is a nice place. You know, we can rough them up a bit, but don't take things too far, yeah?
Yeah, we're just here to teach some manners, correct?
Exactly.
Around the point where Passenger is moving towards the door, Martin comes back with his ladle in hand. Notices the somewhat intense looks and defensively raises the ladle again, like, oh god!
Put it down before you hurt yourself.
We're not here for you.
He drops it immediately.
I'll brush past him.
He edges his way along the wall, making himself as small as possible.
I'll follow Passenger.
Same.
Okay. You all move out front. You see the group of guys. There's about 8 in total. And almost immediately, you notice the 3 that the proprietress was talking about. They are larger in mass than the other 5 gathered, and they are all sitting at the main table while the others are sort of orbiting around. They don't take notice of you immediately until one of them sort of looks over once you're all in the room. What? You all the new servers, then? It's about damn time.
I'm gonna
It's
just
time for you to leave. Sorry.
good.
Okay. I will put the bar between myself and them, kind of taking the position where a bartender ordinarily would. Kind of lean forward on my elbows, staring down the biggest of the 3. Whichever one that happens to be.
It's the one that was speaking.
Great. And I'll tell him, it's time for you to leave. You've outstayed your welcome. And the proprietress would like you out as soon as possible.
He sneers.
Finish your drinks, and then it's time for you to go.
Well, now isn't that a shame? She finally got new servers and they don't even last 20 minutes.
I'm going to rotate my gauntlet cuff and watch, and you guys can watch as the lightning starts striking across my armor. Second warning.
Hey Stan, roll me intimidation.
Intimidation.
Can I help him with that?
Sure.
That's literally me charging my cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very
Just lightning.
intimidating.
Lightning lash. Where is intimidate here? Okay, well that's not great, but let's see what I can do with charisma.
Charismo.
And advantage.
Chorizo.
Oh, with advantage? Okay. So that was a 10 and 10.
Alright, 10. You see some of the orbiting goons back off a bit. One of the bigger guys looks a little caught off guard, but the other two brutes sort of keep staring you down. And what happens when we get to 3?
Is there anything innocuous? Like something that I could target within 15 feet of me that's not a person?
It's a tavern. There's a bunch of things.
I'm just gonna grab one of the chair. I'm going to reach out with lightning lash, yank it towards me, and electrocute the chair as a
Okay.
as a point of force.
Gotcha. The 3 brutes stand up, and they draw their weapons. Everybody roll initiative.
Let's do it.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, rad. When you roll initiative on D&D Beyond, it goes into the encounter tracker.
Oh, cool. You're using the encounter tracker.
Does?
Yeah, I just saw a number pop up for you.
Yep. Well, I guess I don't need to tell you.
I'll do that instead.
Should have seen mine pop up then.
Nice. Rolled a nat 1. We did it.
I mean, if you wanted to go last, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's beneficial.
Did that pop up for you, Steven?
Not for you. Were you rolling in tabletop or on D&D Beyond?
I'm trying to roll on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, no, nothing popped up. You can just tell me the number and I can type it in.
It's a +1, and I rolled whatever popped up in chat a minute ago.
Yeah.
That 16?
Yeah.
Okay. 17?
Steven, did mine pop up?
Yep. That said, I don't think it took, like, the nat 1 as going last, so it said you're a 4.
Yeah, because I have a +3 too.
And
Initiative.
Alex?
Solid 5.
Solid 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a
Guys.
combat grid for this or theater of mind?
I was going to get to the, drawing the tavern real quick.
Okay, just wasn't sure.
Just getting all the
What?
initiatives in real quick.
Oh, I know how it goes. I have GM'd before. I just
Wait, you've GM'd?
wondering what. Yeah.
What?
You have a YouTube channel?
Wait, somebody in this group has GM'd before?
I do have a YouTube channel.
What?
I don't know if
Okay. So,
This is
actually
crazy.
use that reference, but it's amusing to me.
next little bit, I'm going to introduce you guys to. For some of the stuff where I don't have, like a set map for. Oh god, pink, no.
Interesting.
Great. A set map, I will draw like a baseline for the map, and then you all are going to contribute to the map.
Cool.
Seems familiar.
Yes, Stan and Alex should be familiar.
And Nick.
Oh yeah, and Nick. He's in the Monday as well. I'm just drawing the baseline, and that way everything that needs to be on is on, and then you guys will add the fluff. Okay. So, the way this is set up, right over here is the main entrance that you guys walked in before. This is the back kitchen. This green line here is the bar. Let's start with Stan.
Got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 tables. This looks like it's a pretty big place, so. It's,
Yeah. Without
Oh,
a
you want us
bunch
to
of
drive?
schmucks milling around, it'd probably be a very nice tavern.
You want us to draw in what?
Draw some stuff in, Staniel.
Alright, I'm gonna give us a couple of small tables. Have some space for servers to move in, out of them.
How do you make the line thinner?
The plus and minus.
Right. Yeah.
And then got a couple of larger tables for bigger parties.
Yeah.
One more here.
Okay.
There.
Continuing over. Cameron. What would you like to add to the tavern?
I would like to add a. I like to think that there's maybe like a little stage where performers might be able to set up on a
Okay.
nice night.
Performance stage. Wow.
Oh, that does
Oh.
not look good.
For some reason, the line turned out vertical rather than horizontal.
Can I get rid of that?
Yeah. 1 sec, I'll erase it.
Yeah, thank you.
If I can find it.
Nope,
There
no
we go.
erase. Okay, well, I'm just gonna draw it in as lines.
Yeah, and before you start, like, you can notice, like, if the circle looks like it's only half, that means it's likely vertical. Yeah, there you go.
I'm figuring there's a little stage over here, and then, you know, sort of next to it, there's kind of an open area for dancing by the bar.
All right. Okay, Alex.
I think over here there's a little hearth, maybe, a little fireplace. Kinda. What? Okay, I don't know what that.
It's
line just
vertical.
did. Why is it doing that?
Sometimes it's just how it starts. I don't know. I'm sure there's a button somewhere for making sure it's only flat.
Okay. Well, let's get rid of that. Let's just do a little. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. It's still doing it.
Let's see.
Still doing
Tabletop
it.
simulator. Lines. Vertical.
And the red box was the back entrance, right?
Yeah, the kitchens.
That's
Kitchens.
the
Okay.
back room that you guys just came through.
All right, where are we abouts? Like, are we kind of like around here-ish, or
Uno momento.
I guess
You guys are. Let's see. How do I ping again?
For some reason, I had it on 3D.
Control click, I believe.
You guys are right around here. Passenger is behind the bar.
Tab click.
What click?
Tab click is the ping.
Tab click. Yeah. Like, passenger is right there, and you guys are sort of right around the door. Well, passenger is behind the bar somewhere.
In front of wherever the big guy is. Going to assume. He's
Nice
like-
hearth, Alex. Amanda, what
There's a
would you
little
like
bear
to add?
skin rug in front of it.
Love it. There. Yeah. Hmm. Am I up?
Yep.
Okay. I imagine that this is a very, it's a pretty nice tavern. We're gonna assume that the bar is pretty well stocked. Or at least it ordinarily would be, right? So we've got a whole line of different casks, and also a wine rack with a whole bunch of selections available.
Nice.
And we'll say that under the bar is a bunch of the harder liquors.
All right.
Just a whole big assortment of glassware.
Nice. Nick.
Oh, edit undo.
What's
Nothing. It's fine. We're fine.
Okay. Nick, what would you like to add?
Way too big. How did you? How do you resize the
Plus and minus.
plus and minus?
Plus makes it bigger, minus makes it smaller.
What was? Can you undo that as well?
Sure, just a sec.
I guess based on the layout, like over in the corner, a nice cluster of coat racks for hats and outerwear.
All right.
A bunch
Nice
of kind of
cluster
a line of pegs, essentially. A couple, both kind of for small and medium creatures. So there's like a secondary row further down that can also be used if like the top rack is full, but like also would be right height for halflings, gnomes, and the sort.
Nice. I love it. Okay. That is a nice looking tavern. Let's see.
I'd say there. And a
Very lovely horse of a tavern.
bar stools there as well.
Just naming yours real quick. Passenger. Okay. Then lay out the bad guys.
You can be bad guy, but doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Thanks, Eve.
Wait, what? Okay,
Wreck-It Ralph.
gotcha. Yeah, mainly I just heard you say, and I leave, or whatever. So I was like, did somebody leave? Okay.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Passenger, you've got the initiative.
Fantastic. All right. They have gotten up. They are taking aggressive postures, and they didn't seem impressed by the demonstration of lightning lure, or whichever spell that was.
It's lightning
Slash.
lure, yeah.
Which I thought was great, but they didn't seem to like very much. So.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. You shook up one of them, but the big hoss is unfazed.
Target the big hoss with Mind Sliver.
Nice.
So he's going to need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, intelligence saving throw.
Is that a class thing? Because I don't think I've ever heard of that one before. This campaign.
Sliver, Mind Sliver is
Or not class, a race thing. I meant.
no. Mind Sliver is a spell in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Ah, okay. I haven't really looked through
Pretty
the
new.
spells from that one.
So
Uh,
good.
He
They're pretty
fails.
spicy.
Neat. So I drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the middle of his brain, meaning he takes 1d6 psychic damage and subtracts 1d4 from his next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Ah, that's spicy.
So good. It just really mess with him. Okay. So the d6.
That's a good combo. I like that spell.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh,
just give somebody a migraine.
Yeah.
Well,
Takes 4
specifically-
psychic damage,
You know what
Alright,
lightning
4
lure is?
Psychic damage. Ah,
and he'll subtract 4 from his next saving throw.
alright, subtracting 4 from his next saving throw. Okay. After that, Marston, you're up. Or actually, anything else, Passenger?
Let me double check something. No, that's an action. Nope, that's it for now.
Alright.
I will, as he like kind of flinches back away from that, I will take a step back and kind of press myself against the casks behind me.
Alright.
So he's gonna have to climb over this bar if he wants to get to me.
Sounds good. Especially considering he's got Iron Man in the way of you.
Not Iron Man yet.
Yeah, you're the first movie Tony Stark.
No, he's Whiplash right now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Did you say I was up? Moose?
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay. Which one was Big Hoss?
Big Hoss is number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
I thought they were like sitting at the bar.
Oh, they were adjoining table.
Oh, okay.
And their cronies are what I'm guessing spread out around the other.
Yep, they were
Couple
at some of the
tables.
smaller tables.
Do you I can't remember if this is a homebrew of our friends, but like called shots type stuff.
Yeah, I don't have
Love shot
anything
is
for called shots.
Okay. Well then thematically, I'm going for feet.
Okay, yeah, you can thematic, and if you get a crit, I can play into it.
Okay.
But
I just
otherwise,
you
I
know
don't have anything for called shots.
since we're not trying to kill these guys, and I am a currently and functionally an edged weapon specialist.
I thought you were gonna say
even
Edge
the-
Lord.
No. But I mean, you guys have notably like Marston wears what looks like a kind of trails like a suit, but like like a more rugged leather suit, and he has never had any appreciable weapons on him, from what you can tell. But yeah, he just kind of lightning fast, just kind of reaches into his his suit vest and whips out a dagger, hopefully right into Big Haas's foot.
All right.
Oh, that was good, but then it wasn't. I keep getting those edge rolls. It just tips over. That was just an 8.
Okay, an 8 will not hit.
Okay. And I don't believe I've got... Yeah, it's real disappointing. And I, yeah, just so goes wide, maybe hits the ground right next to his foot.
Yep.
And then I just kind of sidestep back a ways, kind of putting myself here.
All right. You back up, end of your turn. Big Haas. He just looks visibly pained after the mind spike. He's unsure what the fuck just happened. But he has a feeling it has to do with Passenger. So he looks to the side at the other big brutes and says, "Kill 'em." And he pulls out a crossbow.
Oh.
Oh man, I should have used inspiration on that attack. What was I thinking?
His shot goes wide as it, the bolt buries itself into one of the casks, and it begins to leak a bit of liquid.
I set it on fire to make this fight spicy. No.
Fuck no.
Elgavar.
Please no fire.
Why is the barn on fire?
Okay, so 1 is the one that got mind spiked.
It came that way.
5, 10, 15.
What kind of spacing do we have in here?
5 foot squares.
I don't really see a grid or anything, so
You don't?
no.
Yeah, the grid's on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the normal, like the whole table is a grid.
I don't see anything.
Hop
Hmm.
over to your screen real quick.
Well, I understand that a more practical demonstration is now required, and I'm going to reach out with the lightning lash and grab number 1. Strength saving throw since he's got a -4.
Weird. 1 second. Go to options, Alex.
Is there like an element hidden somehow?
Possible, yeah.
Under
Configuration?
options, there's
Grid.
grid. No, the top bar, not in the
Yeah.
start menu.
I see game keys.
Ink. I have no
That's
idea
all I see for
why you
options.
don't have a grid. Everybody else has a grid?
Yep.
Yep.
Why do I not see a grid? That's so weird.
Clearly,
That
you're
is-
not.
Menu configurations, graphics. Let's see here. Is it interface?
Because
Yeah.
otherwise, I've got my stream held up over the combat area, so you can just.
Yeah,
That is a
I'll
bit
probably
of-
just have to do that. I don't know why I don't see grid.
I have
'Cause
no
I'm-
clue.
Because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be the one that sets that, and then I don't
Yeah,
think...
like it's a table-wide thing, not a personal. Should be.
Yeah. I was really confused. I was like, how do you know how far you're moving?
Yeah, like, and if
That's
anything
fine,
else,
I'll
it
just,
should be under game or graphic. But God, that's weird.
Like I said, I cursed us talking about inexplicable technical issues.
Okay. Sorry about that delay, Stan.
Strength saving throw with the -4 penalty.
Strength saving throw -4. He got a nat 1, so -3. He very failed.
Okay,
Nice.
well, he's getting yanked towards me and then shocked for 4.
Shocked for
Full
Very
10
nice.
feet in a straight line and takes lightning damage if he ends within 5 feet of me.
Yep, you're whiplash. Okay.
Close.
Now, how
Anything
do you
else?
think the chair felt?
Oh. He just groans.
Probably the right answer. If a chair could groan.
We'll have to be careful the next.
Anything else, Stan?
Nope, that's move and attack.
All right. Thug B. You just hear him in a sort of dopey accent, just, boss, you okay? Moves up and swings at you with a, sort of crude-looking mace. Ooh. Going to be 6 damage coming at you.
Ooh. Ow. Rude.
As he just swings the mace at you. Bjorn. It is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna bring your screen back up so I don't screw up my movement here.
I'll center it a bit more.
I'm gonna, let me see, I'm gonna spin my screen so I'm actually matched with you because I had mine the other direction. Okay, so I can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nope, okay, I can't do that one. Boy. How do we feel about triangles again?
Triangles don't exist.
I do like that.
I don't want to. I will just, let's see here. 5, 10, 15. I'll correct my grid space later.
Oh, so far you're good.
20. Oh, wow. Nailed it. Close enough. And I will, 1 was the Haas that's been getting hit a little bit.
Yep.
I'm gonna act like I'm gonna pull out my bow off my back, and this goddamn thing just won't come off my back. So instead, I'm just gonna, my hand is gonna glow, and I'm just gonna go, screw it, and shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Eldritch Blast.
Wham.
The room smells faintly of elderflowers and pine needles
So what?
See an,
as the Eldritch
nice-
Blast
as you see a greenish,
Shoots through.
green and whitish streak. A 12?
12 will hit.
Woo! Yay, damage. Alright, D10, I've, like, never used this before. Solid 1.
Solid 1. Nice.
Solid 1.
Do you have your inspiration?
That was damage, so...
Oh, okay. I got it. Sorry.
I hit, but I did a solid 1.
The joys of unaltered Eldritch Blast.
Yep, we're still at that point. Should have used the bow.
Okay. Next is the third thug, who is gonna pass off to the side. 1, 2. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Gonna run up to Kimbrin and swing the mace at him.
Bring it.
That, I'm gonna guess, isn't gonna hit 10 versus your AC.
It does not.
Yeah, didn't think so. Oh, nice. This does say so yeah, he rushes forward, swings the mace, but it goes right past your head. You don't even need to dodge. He's just really spooked. He's the one that got a little startled by the lightning lash. Okay, and that brings us to Kimrin.
All right.
Stab him good.
Well, I'm gonna punch him
He's a monk.
extra hard. All right.
Consecutive normal punches.
I love that show.
Okay. So I roll a 1. I'm using my inspiration.
Alright. I will take the token back.
Yep.
Oh, you just flipped it. Nice.
I just flipped it over.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that. That way I
Yep.
don't
It's
need to
a
collect it.
17 on the reroll, plus 5, so 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Excellent. It's going to be 4 damage from the first hit.
Alright.
Then I'm going to use my flurry of blows. Why not?
Nice. Punch him.
I'm going to punch this guy 2 more times.
P-A-U-N-C-H. Pounch.
Pounch. That's going to be it's a 12 on the die plus 5, 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that's going to be 6 damage.
Right. Spicy Sith.
Final attack is a 10 to hit.
And will not hit.
Shine.
Very nice. Good show from the monk. Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right.
Actually, I do want to just shift a little bit to my left here.
Alright, you shift. That brings us back up to passenger.
Seeing the crossbow bolt buried into a cask near-ish to me, I'm going to cast False Life on myself, which is a D4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Hmm.
So that's going to be,
Steal spell.
especially for squishy me, 4. Fantastic.
Nice.
Right, so I get 8 temporary hit points,
Not
and
bad.
then that's my action. I don't have a whole lot of useful bonus actions right now, so I'm going to grab a one of the mugs from under the bar and stick it under where the crossbow bolt is to start like catching the beer
Nice.
as it's. And that's it for me.
I mean, if you got time to take fun actions like that in combat, you're doing it right.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
the best item interaction in combat I've ever heard.
Yeah, like, who says combat just needs to be, I rolled a hit, I hit, there's damage. Done.
I mean, combat's thirsty work.
Yeah, I love it.
Where's
Way
the
to go.
Irish band playing upbeat music when we need one?
Where's
And we
Swaggy
lost
Molly?
our leg.
Is that Clutch in the background?
You electric worry.
It's
Oh,
a bar
God.
fight!
Well, I haven't listened to that song in a long time.
Okay, good show from Passenger, bringing us back to Marston.
All right. Let's see. Next, we got a couple people engaged now. It didn't matter before since I missed anyway, but again, just kind of lightning fast, just kind of hand slides in, dagger flies out. This time, let's see, Thug 2. Guys closing in on the back line. I'm gonna go for Mace. Or wait, no. Oh, that's just what he's got. 3 lackey. Number 3 then.
Do.
Oh,
Thug 2, number 3, if I'm reading that right.
yes.
Okay.
I've been naming them.
Good lord, I cannot roll.
Oof.
Another
I mean,
8.
you got the inspiration.
Huh?
You've got the
Will you let me
inspiration.
use it
Yeah.
after the fact? Okay.
I mean, I haven't straight up said no, it doesn't hit.
Because that's 2 3s in a row. That's
That's
real sad.
unfortunate.
All right, let's try that again.
Nick,
That's
I'm
2.
sorry.
That is a 2. It was
Um,
almost a nat 20 for a second there. I keep getting like it tilts on like the edge from like an 18 or more, and then it goes to like the worst it can go to almost.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yeah. Again, it just sticks right into the ground, right next to his foot. And Marston's just like, "Oh, come on," and backs up a little bit more.
all right.
It could be worse. You could be hitting me in the
He's,
foot here.
That is true.
I'm trying at this point. I'm just looking unassuming, like almost, hands in pockets,
Like,
just
oh, where'd
backing
that
away
come from?
backing away from this fight. Like I'm just caught in the crossfire.
Yeah. Like, part of the incentive for doing the beginning of session descriptions from you guys, help you feel engaged, but also incentive to use your inspiration more actively.
Yep. I was gonna use it. I forgot about it first round. And I was like, dang, I could have used that. And it didn't matter this time. Oh, it's painful. But yeah, low rolls happen. That's my
Yeah.
turn.
It happens. Okay, next we are at the thug. He drops his crossbow and pulls out his mace. That will hit.
Then shit.
For another 6 damage.
Whoa. Okay. I can take about one more of those before I'm down.
I love that.
Elgavar.
All right. Let's see here. What do I got? Well, I can't seem to get this guy in the exact position that I want, so I'm going to have him make a dexterity saving throw as my rocket glove goes off.
Ooh, rocket glove.
Rocket glove.
He got a nat 20.
Damn it.
Damn.
Well, rocket glove goes flying and it hits the wall.
Hey, Stan,
Yeah.
roll me an intimidation.
Intimidation skills.
You're dealing with some country bumpkins.
Yeah. That's a 17.
17. Alright. Anything else from you?
I can't withdraw. I'm just gonna look at him and go, I've got another.
Alright. Next is Bumpkin B. Seeing that rocket glove, he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yeah, we'll go for non-lethal with my quarterstaff. 18.
18 will hit.
For 3 damage.
Damage. Bjorn.
But once again, that was targeted non-lethal. I'm trying to...
Yep.
We aren't actively trying to kill these guys, even though they are trying to kill us.
I'm going to, Bjorn is going to, let me, 5, 10, yeah, I'm gonna move up behind this guy. Boop. I've got my rapier, going for, again, a non-lethal, just kind of, thematically, like his calf or something.
Alright.
Gonna go for a good old stab.
Bab.
That's advantage. Because flanks, right?
Yep. You're flanking.
Oh, that's a crit. Lovely.
Nice.
And I have sneak attack damage because I have 1 level in rogue. So
Can you non-lethal with sneak attack damage?
you know,
I mean,
Yeah, technically you can.
Okay.
Non-lethal is
something I've
just a
never really
declaration on a
considered.
melee attack.
yeah, rules is written. The one thing that's weird about not sneak attack, but like just non-lethal in general is technically you can only do it with melee abilities.
Yeah, like you can't
yeah, you
non-lethal
cannot
ranged attack.
range.
Yeah, or spells.
But
Uh,
yeah,
it
like
can
I've never
be-
seen
it
anything
can-
saying you can't do it with sneak.
Yep, you can do it with spells if it's a melee spell, like
Sure.
shocking grasp, for
Yeah.
instance.
Which is just weird. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you electrocute him,
it's
knock
a
him out.
taser.
yeah,
Okay,
tasers.
so that's 3. Sorry, brain malfunctioning.
I would guess the logic behind it
Seven.
is kind of in the like with a melee ability where you're kind of like pouring magic into it, like well connected. You kind of can tell more.
Yeah.
Like, you know, is this too much? Is this gonna like put him over the brink?
Yeah.
That would be a total 21 damage.
21 damage. Hot diggity.
Yeah, I
dang.
rolled a 1 and a 4, but you know, having a 8 and a 6 automatically really helped.
Yeah, your rapier goes like right through his calf, and he howls in pain.
The goal is just to get him to pass out. Ideally.
You not out yet?
He's still standing.
Okay.
Ah, damn! I legitimately was like, he's down. Okay, I have a bonus
Total
action
29,
still.
so-
I have a bonus action, which is going to be to poke my head around this guy, look at Elgavar, and go, "Man, you got this. You're doing great. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's just, you know what? Keep up the good work, everybody."
Look
And
at
I'm gonna
us.
use, there's a thing that I'm doing. Where'd it go? Healing light. Because I can do that. That's a bonus action. So I'm gonna roll 2d6, and then you'll heal 2d6.
Ooh, I like
Damn.
that.
2d6 on a bonus action at range?
60 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
You
What?
heal 7.
He's a celestial warlock.
I am a celestial warlock,
It is.
Damn.
Favorite subclass in the whole game. It's delightful.
but that was all my heal though. So 7 points.
I appreciate that. That will keep me up for at least another round.
And if I have any words left over, I'll just ask the country bumpkin. You rethinking this position at all?
Are you asking the guy who ran away, like hardcore
The
bumpkin,
guy that
or
the guy that I just skewered his
okay,
leg.
Big Huss?
Going, you want to back down, huh?
Fuck you.
Just like whispering this in his ear.
Buy me dinner first, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Thug C. He's gonna try and wallop Kimbrin. Not gonna happen with 3 on the die.
Nope.
I'm sure everybody else gets missed.
Kimbrin, your turn.
I'm
This is all
a
because
monk.
Moose-
Thematically, it just never
This is
makes
all
sense.
because I
to me.
stole Moose's sword.
Correct.
He's out to kill me.
It's
This is revenge
payback
she
for the 2 other
deleting the
campaigns
crit
you get to
dice.
hit me.
All right. So I slapped him around a little bit. This time, I'm gonna take the butt end of my spear, two-handed, and try to just crack him across the forehead with it.
All right, show us what you got.
Don't suck. It's an 18 total.
That'll hit.
We like what you got.
There's one every year.
Ooh, max damage. Love
Hot
to
diggity
see it.
dang.
Yeah, that'll be 11 damage to the dude.
You crack him across the skull, like there's an open cut across his forehead that's bleeding.
Is he still up?
He is still up,
Okay. Well,
but he is bloodied.
alrighty then.
You made him
Ah.
bleed his own blood.
Anything else for me?
I'm gonna make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
All right.
Just maybe knee him in the groin.
Ooh.
Yeah. That'll be a 12 total.
That'll hit.
Yeah, so crack him across the forehead, and then knee to groin for an additional 4 damage.
Cool. All right. Back up to the top. Passenger.
Okay. Important question here. How quickly is this barrel of, or this cask of ale leaking?
Not very fast. The crossbow bolt is embedded in the cask, but it split the wood a little bit when it entered, and there's like a small dribble coming out.
So it's not pouring out so quickly that it's gonna like fill a stein
Correct.
in a round or two.
Yeah, it would take at least like I don't know 5 rounds to fill up,
Okay, great.
even like halfway.
Great. I
But
will
you're
set
preventing
the
any significant loss.
Great. I will set the stein right under where that dribble is going so that it catches all of it. Kind of straighten back up, assess the situation, and pull out a... Now, you know what? Go with what works. I'm gonna mind sliver our big guy again.
All right.
Just a D4. Intelligence saving throw, please.
Intelligence saving throw. Nat 20. This
That-
guy is critting his saves.
Stand, delete that dice.
I don't have that power on this table. I can't
Especially
even
considering
delete my
I'm-
own dice, okay?
At least he's not critting his attack rolls. You know, it could
That
be
is
worse.
true. He's not critting
Yeah.
attacks.
Well, in that case, I will use my bonus action to convert a pair of sorcery points to regain that first level spell slot.
Nice.
And I will stay put.
All right. Marston.
Nice. Okay. Just going for style again. Just trying to keep the look out and huck that knife. There we go. I'm assuming a 23 will hit.
By a lot, yes.
Okay. Is there? I've never played a class with sneak attack. Is there like a thing you can? Okay, you can just click it down there. Gotcha. Okay. So dart. 6. 10 damage.
10 damage.
Right into Thug 2.
Okay, Thug 2?
Yeah, number 3, Thug 2.
Yep.
Yep.
So this guy.
Yeah, this one right here. Right into his foot. Just through the boot.
He drops.
Get a good like scream of pain as he stares, Ace Ventura style, at the dagger in his.
Well, he's unconscious. Okay.
Kind of whistle as I walk and kind of mosey up forward next to Kimbrin. And my turn.
Up. Boss. Howling in rage and pain, he wheels around and goes to smash his mace right across Bjorn's head.
Oh, thank God.
Rude.
That is going to be 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo, 7 damage.
Ow.
As the mace just catches you right on the shoulder.
Ow.
I gotta say, I'm real glad we did not start at level 1. Because this, like, 6 or 7 damage is getting tossed around. Really be taking people out.
This is the harder of the 2-star missions. Elgavar.
All right. I should be flanking for advantage. So let's trigger advantage on that roll. Wait. Oh, so that.
So.
I thought I rolled. Okay, well, I'm just gonna roll again because it didn't roll with advantage. Okay, that's an 11 to hit.
11 will hit.
Oh, seriously?
Yep, they're just wearing regular leather armor.
Okay, well, that's 3
Okay, 3.
with the non-lethal.
You catch him like the crook of the neck, and he just drops like a sack of rocks.
2 down. Drop your weapons.
Okay, after you, it's the last remaining thug. Seeing Big Hoss drop, he's just like, I'm the boss now! Ah!
I'm sorry, Steven. What was that howl again?
Ah!
Thank you. Good.
So good.
As he rushes forward again, empowered by his own ego to try to hit Elgavar. And he will whiff with a 3 on the die. Bjorn.
Gonna go ahead and sneak up right behind that boy, and by sneak up I mean I'm just gonna do a little walk around to the back side of him again.
All right.
Yeah. Or rather not again, but to this guy.
Yeah.
And you know, the rapier seems pretty good. So let's try rapier through the leg again. Really, a 3 and a 1? Well, that's a 7.
7 will miss.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah, no, I don't have anything witty. I'm just gonna. That's just frustration right there.
All right. Kimber.
Oh wait, can I do a little step over here though?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rush forward. What direction is he facing?
He's facing towards Elgavar, so you'd be approaching his right.
I'm actually gonna step here, so
All
I'm
right,
behind
behind
him. I know I'm flanking technically either way, but thematically this feels better.
Yeah.
Because I want to crack him in the back of the knee, like trying to force the knee out from under him with the butt of my spear for my first attack. And it's at advantage, you said?
Yep, you're flanking.
Flanking? Okay. Forgot that you're bringing it back to 4th edition for the flanking rules.
Yeah. I like 4th.
I always liked it. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wait, what's 4th edition flanking? What's a?
That's the.
That's what we're using. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just straight
Is
up.
it? I didn't
flanking,
think
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
had anything for flank.
Oh,
Flanking
it's
in fourth-
it's an
flanking-
optional.
It is.
Ah,
Flanking in 4th edition was just a +2 to hit. It
right,
was
right.
advantage.
Oh, and 5 is advantage.
Yeah, but it's an optional rule, so you can or cannot play with
Oh,
it.
I don't know why anybody would play without it. Honestly, it makes sense.
It makes
It
combat more dynamic.
Yeah, but it also kind of negates a lot of a lot of abilities from certain subclasses that that's the whole point of having that.
Is to give advantage under specific positioning circumstances.
And to give advantage, it just if you are able to get advantage, it takes away some of the specialness of the subclasses that specialize in giving it.
Gotcha.
That'll be 6 damage from the.
I never
out
thought
the
of that,
spear.
but that actually makes a lot of sense as to why it's like by default not on. Because
Yeah.
there are like thinking over a lot of different mechanics and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are able to grant advantage. So.
Yeah. So if you can just get behind somebody, giving advantage means that those other ways are a little less special. Yeah.
That's probably
So-
not something that we're worried about with our subclasses.
Yeah.
Well, we got a
That's
lot
my
of
knowledge.
rogues, so getting as much advantage into the party as possible, I think, is pretty good for us. I assume he's still up, Steven, after
Yep.
the 6 damage. All right.
He hasn't taken much in the way of damage yet.
Sure. So I'm going to crack him in the back of the knee like that. And then I think I'm just going to turn that. I'm going to keep the momentum going and just just twist my body and try to kick him in the ribs.
All right.
And that's another 22 to hit.
Roll that damage.
Again, min damage, so that'll be 4 damage.
Slowly but surely.
All right, and that's it for me.
All right.
I'm just gonna end in a really cool pose with the spear sort of like the tip out and behind me in like a little bit of a crouch.
Love it.
Yeah.
Passenger, back to you.
Fantastic. This guy. This guy.
Got a
He's-
load of this guy.
Hey,
Get a load of him. I'm going to. Yeah, hell, I'll mind spike him too, or mind sliver, I should say.
Mine's
Mine.
by Constantly.
It's such a good little cantrip. We like
Yeah.
it.
But I think isn't
can't
there
just-
a spell called Mind Spike though?
There is a spell called mind spike. This is mind sliver.
Right.
You can't just go mind crushing everybody, Yugi. Oh, but I like mind crushing people.
Throwback.
So it's the DC is 13 and it is intelligence.
Oh, right. I gotta roll for this. He saves.
He what?
He saves. He got a 14.
Bastard. But what if? Didn't.
Ooh, I like that. What if?
Hear me out.
Are there
Sadly-
flanking bonuses for psychological torment?
Sadly, I'm not.
Congrats, he is flanking himself.
Your mother never loved you.
I
He's
believe
got
that,
like a complex, some pretty
believe that's
severe
a
psychological
ward
issues.
cantrip.
He's having an
Vicious
identity
Mockery.
crisis. He's at his own back.
His,
Not
his multiple
Vicious Mockery.
personalities are flanking him.
Tragically, I'm not a bard. I can't really manipulate things like that. I just
Oh.
make people's gray matter burst.
God, that
Can't
sounds
give
so
a
much
man
worse.
schizophrenia.
Imagine having a bard.
Right?
All right,
Don't
Marston,
anything.
you're up.
My second favorite class.
All right.
Hide behind the pile of dead bards.
Lackey 2 has
There's
delusions
a
of
lackitude
grandeur.
there?
There's a yep. It's but yeah, definitely this dude's got some illusions of grandeur or delusions.
Yeah, he saw his boss get taken down. He's the last one standing. He's the big hoss now.
I'm just gonna walk up to this guy and just backhand him. right in the face.
Wait,
Uh,
just demoralize him a little.
BDE up in here.
that is a nat 20.
Oh,
Oh
wow,
my
you
God.
crit backhand.
That is, yeah, no, that is a backhand. I mean, it's got the perfect like the smack, that noise that makes it louder than it actually hurts, you know. But
Yeah, like it
Oh.
echoes through the room.
But
Instead of 1 damage, it does 2 damage.
I do 0 damage with my unarmed strike, but that is still
Excellent.
that's still a critical, or that's still a sneak attack because he's flanked. So that's gonna be 7 damage.
Wait, doesn't it need to be like a finesse weapon to get the sneak?
Yeah, I don't think
Does it?
your white glove is a finesse weapon.
Let's see, finesse weapon. Okay, is unarmed not considered finesse?
No,
Probably
No.
not if you're.
since
Okay.
it's just using strength.
So I'm using unarmed strike.
I don't even know if it technically counts for monks.
All right.
It's
Uh,
As
No, it
much as I
doesn't.
like the mental image of sneak attack with a backhand,
well, in that case, I just instead of damage, it's all flare.
yeah, tell you what, roll me
I just walk up to this guy.
intimidation.
it's a natural 20.
Let's see.
Kidding.
That'd be something.
It'd be great.
Yeah. Intimidation.
Uh, 15.
Okay.
Uh,
The sound of the backhand echoes through the room, and you see the mooks that were hanging in the back. They gradually began cheering less and less as the thugs began to drop. And with the slap, they all run out of the tavern.
yeah, very specifically, like I took my glove off and bare skin backhanded this guy.
Excellent.
Like methodical, like walked up to him as I was removing the glove. And I'm
I'm
just
enjoying the fact that there are multiple people that didn't get involved in this.
Oh yeah,
I
they were
wanna
just the
watch
hangers
their
on.
friends get beat up.
They're like, yeah, get him!
and I look
Oh,
him
shit!
dead. I look him dead in the eye, and I'm just like, "We done here, son?"
Okay. After that, Elgavar.
I'm going to hold action to see if he understands that we are done here, son.
All right.
I like to imagine there are three little dudes in the back in those plush chairs I put on there. Just like, yeah, get him, Troy.
Oh no, they all ran as soon as they saw Big Hoss drop, and then the guy who took command immediately get just fucking slapped.
Just humiliated.
Like, you disrespected this
I'm
man.
very specifically holding a melee attack, though.
That was very much the intent.
It is his turn next. He sees the lackeys just running away and knows any authority he might have had dissolved with that slap.
Yeah. Also, from a
and-
tactical perspective, being literally surrounded is never a good position.
Yeah. He drops his mace and raises his hands. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can you see the impression of individual knuckles on side of his face?
Yeah, like, there is a angry red handprint.
Good.
I'm going to kick his mace away and and then I'm going to make sure that the other two aren't dead.
Okay, you go around stabilizing, because one of them was hit non-lethally, the other wasn't exactly, so he may or may not be making death saves.
Yeah, he's probably bleeding out of his foot pretty bad.
Yep, lethal foot damage.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Range can't be
there's
non-lethal.
big old veins in the feet. Okay, that is the end of combat. Elgavar is stabilizing the other thug. Once the sound of combat stops, the proprietress steps out of the back room and takes a look around. Well done.
It will. I kind of imagine the mug is about half full at this point.
Yeah, a little under, but about half full.
Yeah, based on that earlier calculation. I will ask whoever's closest to me to come over and hold the mug. Who's closest to it? Who's white right now?
That's
Marston.
Marston.
Yeah, I'll slide up right into this that bar stool at the end and take the proffered mug.
Oh, no. Come here. Oh, come here. Just hold this. And I'm going
Yeah,
to start,
sorry,
like...
I meant like, yeah, I'll take what you're saying. Hold this, I'll take it. And...
Yep.
Right.
It's
Yep. And
along
then
the
we'll
back
start-
wall, so you'd need to be behind the...
Oh, okay, I can't do it from the... Okay, never mind.
Unless you
Oh,
have
no.
some bugbear arms.
I do not have bugbear arms.
So I'm going to start pulling out the crossbow bolt. So then the ale is going to come out faster.
Yep.
And I'll like have a collection of mugs next to me. All right, trade these out as they fill. And then I'm going to start casting mending. It takes a minute to do it, so I know we're gonna have to like catch a couple mugfuls
Hey,
before
I've played root beer tapper before.
Yeah. But the intention is to waste as little possible while I'm mending this.
Okay.
I dig it.
And then we have some beer. Because we got over the problem, and she already said that we could have free beers.
Yep. The time it takes you to do the mend, about 5 mugs get filled, plus the one that you had been working on. So there are 6 mugs. 5 of you and 1 proprietress, and 1 Martin, who's in the back.
Oh, and as I'm doing this, it's basically like time is rewinding. You can hear the ticking of a clock close to the cask.
Ooh.
It's basically like after I pull the crossbow bolt out and I'm fixing this. It's not like it's pulling itself back together like a wound that's healing. It's like it's literally undoing the damage, reversing in time.
Mighty
I like
fine
it.
trick there. Never quite seen any magics like that before.
It's a talent I've always had.
So I'm assuming the other thug that dropped his weapon just ran out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, before he ran, I want to pickpocket him.
Roll sleight of hand.
$18.
18. Alright, you get the gold that was in his pocket. There were 3 pieces.
Yeah, great.
I also actually want to follow him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he's outside, you just see him run down the hill.
Oh, because I was just gonna yell, "Wait!" behind him.
He stops and turns around and looks at you, with a little bit of fear in his eyes.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up slowly and just say, not even trying to like intimidate or anything, just very evenly say, "Tell your friends not to bother these people again. They don't deserve it, and neither do you. Do better."
He nods emphatically. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I promise.
Good.
And with that, he continues down the hill.
And I'll turn back, head back up the hill. And then I'll start dragging the other big thugs out while other people are doing other things.
Alright, as you're doing that, when you come back in, you notice the proprietress, she's grabbing the coin purses off of the thugs.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, if she wasn't gonna do it, I'm gonna give her the 3 from the guy that was not unconscious.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna go, I hope this pays for their tab. I don't know.
Like, she's, weighing the coin purses, dumps out the big hosses. He's like, yeah, this'll cover the damages, mostly. She considers one of the coin purses and tosses it at you. Consider that a bonus for helping out. And help yourselves to all those mugs there. Let me know when they're empty. I'll fill one up for you.
Now I will take a beer because we have finished our job.
There are 6 filled mugs. The proprietress goes over, sits on a stool, and grabs one of them.
I
How
will.
much was in the purse that she tossed us?
There is going to be 12 gold in there.
I'll divvy that out. I assume
as-
she's here to me. I don't know.
Yeah. As she's sitting, she takes a big swig from the mug of beer, shouts into the back, "Martin! Get some bread." You just hear a shaky, "Yes, ma'am." Well, I owe you all a very big debt. They have cost me so much in business. So, she pulls out her own coin purse, starts counting through some, gives an extra 8 gold, and then divides some of the gold into a side pouch. That gold right there is bonus. The 8 gold is a bonus for helping out, and the gold in the pouch is the delivery fee to be delivered to your quartermaster. And similarly, as promised, feel free to drink to your heart's content.
I'm gonna look at the group and that is very generous, but I would hate to cost you more than those people already did.
She waves her hand. Don't even worry about it. I'll survive.
Being a tavern owner, you probably see all sorts of weird folk, right?
That's an understatement.
I pull out a small gem. It's a piece of apatite with an onyx flaw. And I set it down on the table, on the bar. And you ever see anybody with one of these?
She picks it up and pulls out a pair of glasses, puts them on, and examines it closer. It looks familiar, but I feel like I've seen somebody with one, but they weren't exactly flaunting it.
Yeah.
Thought it was just an odd piece of jewelry. Sorry, I can't
Alright.
tell you more.
Thank you. I'll take my gem back.
So if that thug's pouch had 12 gold, everybody add 2.
What
And
about
then-
with her payment? Is that the total or?
I thought that was just the thug's pouch.
The
Pouch
thug's
that she
pouch
gave
had
us.
12, and she threw in an extra 8.
Oh,
Okay, so
I
20
was
for the
gonna
group.
give back the extra 2 that didn't divide evenly because of her lost business.
Well, I think she took that off of the other ones as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, so we'll all get 4 then. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay. I will need to get some notes to my old staff to make sure they can come back. Let's see. In the meanwhile, the food might not be great, but if you would like something to eat before heading out, let me know.
How messy is it in here?
It's disheveled. Like, chairs are toppled over. Looks like old food was thrown against the walls. There's
Unless
mugs
we-
scattered all over the place. Parts of the ground are sticky
right
with
back.
spilled beer.
Unless we're hellbent on getting back to the ship as soon as possible, I'm gonna start cleaning up.
Yeah, was
time of
there a
day is it?
timeline
What's
of
up?
when we had to be back at the ship?
The ship takes off again tomorrow at noon.
What time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
Sorry, how long did it take for us to get here?
You guys got into port around 3 in the afternoon. Took you probably a little over an hour to get to the tavern.
Okay.
With the fight, probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I'll turn to the group and I'll say, so do we want to head back right away, or I'm keen on helping her clean up here and getting this place in running order again.
Can do that.
I'm back.
I think that's a great plan.
What's
I'm
a great
gonna-
plan?
Helping her
helping
clean
clean
up.
up.
Maybe if Martin wants to get dinner started while we clean, everything will be done at about the same time.
You hear that, Martin? Get to work. You just hear, oh. Yes, ma'am.
So prestidigitation, cleaning stuff in 1 cubic foot. Can I just clean up the alcohol, the beverages on the floor that way?
Yeah, you'd be able to clean up the sticky spots.
All right, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Cleaning the floor first.
Yeah.
The proprietress, she downs the rest of her mug and goes to grab her broom.
I'll
If there
start
are
cleaning the walls.
If there are any like cracked or otherwise damaged like chair legs or tables or anything like that, even if it wasn't caused by us or the brutes, I would like to start working on that.
All right. Pretty much all the chairs and tables have some degree of damage on them, whether from the brutes or just years of service.
Get them looking straight up polished.
Let's see
Okay.
here.
What time does it usually get busy in this tavern?
Probably, after 5, sometime around 6. But it might take a day or two for people to be like, oh, hey, those bumpkins are gone. We can go and actually enjoy it again.
Actually,
Well,
I'm going to prepare one of my or my series of noise boxes and sparklers to announce a grand reopening when once the place is clean.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah, how long would it take us? Maybe a couple hours?
With all of you working and using magic to some degree or another, you'd probably be ready around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, whenever we're ready, when Elgavar goes and puts the sound box out there, I'm gonna go up and I assume there's a sign, like a big swinging sign.
Yep, the one with the white horse with the red bow.
Right. I'm gonna cast my light cantrip on that. I'm gonna make it glow a brilliant golden.
All right.
And I'll also start shouting, "Where? She's open! It's open for business! Thugs are gone! Get in here!"
Thugs are gone. Get in here.
You know what? I'm very persuasive and got some performance. All right, I'm pretty sure I can get people in here. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you guys work diligently, and around 7 o'clock, all's ready between, Bjorn and Elgavar's boxes of stuff. A couple people start to trickle in. The proprietress goes behind the bar, and you see her wipe a little tear out of her eye, and she's like, "Thank you all. You know what? Anytime you're in town, let me know. I'll make sure your drinks are on the house." And right around the same time, Martin comes out with some plates of food and sets them down on the bar.
Thank you, Martin.
You've got it. And before the proprietress really sets into serving the new patrons coming in, she turns and is like, "My name's Gelna, by the way. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
And
Yeah.
yours.
more and more people start to file in, and by the end of the night, it's got more than half capacity going. Martin's looking a little haggard, having to, make so much food, but...
Good problem to have.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how long we stay here, I'm gonna keep re-upping the light cantrip to make sure that it stays glowing for at least a couple hours.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna try and I'm trying to get a bard in here. I'm outside. I'm like, get in here. She's got food. We got drinks.
Roll me a d20.
All right. 4.
You get a bard. He doesn't look the best.
You got any friends? You got
Why would you need
ensemble?
friends? I'm a one-man band all on my own.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Hey, you know what? Come and teach me a few things.
Oh, you got it.
I'm gonna stop this guy from going on stage, and I'm gonna have this guy give me a private lesson or something. I don't know. Teach me the basics.
Private lesson where? The stage is right up front.
In the corner. I don't know.
No.
He doesn't look
Trust
good.
me.
I don't want him to go on stage and drive people away.
Like, he looks a little ratty. He's just like, trust me. People are gonna love it.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Goes up on stage. He pulls out loot, and then he also pulls out an accordion that he straps between his shins,
Excellent.
and a
Yes,
couple
there you
of
go.
tambourines near his feet.
Good.
And he begins to play. And it is remarkably good sounding.
Oh.
So
Oh.
they're doing a Weird Al biopic,
Yeah.
and Daniel Radcliffe's going to be playing Weird Al.
Yeah, the photos are great.
Yeah.
Like, he's strumming away on the lute, his feet are tapping on the tambourines, and his shins are just doing that, like, Elvis leg wiggle to play the
Alright.
accordion.
Fantastic.
And he's one-man banding it.
All right.
See, you were worried for nothing.
I rolled an
I guess
18 on
so.
his performance.
I was really hoping the performance would save it.
And, yeah, the night continues on.
Probably get back to the ship.
Yeah. You see night approaching across the harbor. You probably have less than an hour of daylight left.
Is he handsome?
Uh,
The knight who's approaching us.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Nice. I was like, the bard?
the hell are you talking about?
Is he wearing like a helm, or does he have like a flowing raven hair?
It's literally just nothing but cravats all over.
Oh my!
I
Cravats
don't know
all the way
how.
down.
I didn't
Got
know I
legs
was
for
sexually
days.
attracted to cravats, but now I
Entirely
do.
too many legs.
Oh.
But yeah, about less than an hour. People are milling around, either going home or being attracted by the sounds.
Of the cravats.
Yes, and the cravats. As night's getting on, Gelna, she's like, I appreciate the assistance, and I'd offer you rooms, but since this is just a tavern, not an inn.
He's like, get out.
Mainly, she's just like, I don't know if you've got places to be. You were just couriers.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It's all well and good. I suppose we should be hitting the road.
Murderer. Kidding.
Martin comes out around this point in time. He's like, where would you like the new pot? I just broke into the big chest, and it's got a nice big cast iron one. And Gelna goes in the back to direct him.
Alright. We start making our way while we can still see.
Do we want to stop off for one at that Dwarven Ale shop before we go home, or are we pretty well
I mean,
lit?
it's past nightfall at this point, right?
Yep, as you make your way down the hill, night has set in. Lamps are lit. Shops are still going strong as some of the more nocturnal crowds mill about.
Okay.
I'm
I
a
suppose we
pretty
could-
lightweight person, so
Before we leave, I'm gonna talk to Martin real quick. I'm gonna go, Martin, you did good today. This is a nice spread. This is a nice job.
He lights up. Oh, thank you, sir. That means a
I'm
lot.
gonna shake his hand, kind of pat him on the back, and I'm gonna slide a hand as I'm patting him on the back. I'm gonna slip a gold coin into his pocket.
All right, roll me that sleight of hand.
That's an at 20 for
Nice.
26.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Okay.
You will never know where that gold came from.
And that's and Obsidian does not care.
It's like when you put on a winter jacket for the first time in a season and you're like, oh, hey, there was a 20 in this pocket.
Yeah, you just made that guy's day.
I only hope so.
we do that to future me. No, seriously, when I put my winter jacket away, I usually squirrel a $20 bill.
Yeah, same.
On purpose, I'm gonna find this later.
Like, future me is gonna be so happy.
Yeah.
It's like a bank.
By the time winter comes around again in Fargo, I've forgotten all about the 20.
Yeah.
Even though I do it every friggin' year.
All right. Going AFK for a moment. You guys are making your way back down the hill. Night set in. The market is well lit, though, and you easily make your way past the cart that the Thalrak was serving his beer and fried foods from.
Oh, what kind of fried food is it?
There's some fried meats, but he's also got some, by the looks of it, some fried doughs that are sprinkled with sugar.
Are we past the point where they would have probably healed up for the night and taken, like, where we'd probably have to find an inn, or?
Oh no, it's
Okay.
still like 7 or 8. Like, there's still plenty
Okay.
of people milling around the markets.
Gotcha.
I am going to get myself a funnel cake from this dwarven bartender, because that sounds like
Yeah.
the friggin' bomb right now.
I was planning on getting a round of donuts for the lot of us. Maybe some fish and chips for me.
All right, you settle in. Thalrak, brightens up as you're back. He's like, welcome back. You sans some crates, so I assume the delivery went well.
As well as can be expected.
Sounds like it makes for a good story. He holds up 5 mugs. Pour you all some drinks.
Imagine passengers already feeling pretty tipsy at this point. They will probably just go for water, but immediately orders the fish and chips, like, as fast, and whatever else these guys want.
All right, you guys settle in. Elgavar, you get nice fresh funnel cake. It's got some almonds mixed into the rolls.
That's so good.
And he glazes it with bit of glaze that he made using some amaretto.
Yum. I should have made lunch before we started. I'm hungry.
I'll do the fish and chips too. That sounds good.
You see him behind, like, the portable bar, and he, like, batters some. Like, couple minutes later, he pulls out some steamy, fresh fish and chips. He's like, not quite as fresh as they were this morning, but they're less than a day old. Enjoy.
No.
Would you like any malt vinegar with that?
Yep.
There you go.
I'm not. Oh no, Passenger's probably not a very messy eater. They are a little bit like, they're a little tippy at this point. Clearly, like an ale or two was plenty to get her toasted. But they're, they were still raised in a very like prim and proper kind of setting, and so I think some of those habits probably trump their tippiness.
Thalrak pulls out another plate and puts some fried vegetables on it and sets them in front of you guys. On the house, don't worry about it.
What a gentleman.
Of course, gotta make sure the patrons are happy.
What does that all run me?
Let's see. Fish and chips, the beer. Round off to 8 silver.
Give him a gold.
Much obliged. How do you know where y'all heading off to next?
Would I know since I'm detailing maps and navigation?
Yeah. You would know you're heading to Ulis, the Dwarven continent, after this.
Ulis.
Heading off to my homeland. Have y'all ever been? Or is it your first time?
Farm, I say through just a mouthful of whitefish.
Run that by me one more time.
First time.
First time. Oh, glad to see you're enjoying yourself. First time. Fantastic. Be prepared to be amazed. The city is like nothing you'll have ever seen before.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You know, I've got a cousin who runs a tavern there as well. You should check it out at some point. Recommend it.
What's the name?
Ye Old Raven. Tell him Thalrak sent you. He'll make sure you get the freshest foods.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. Safe travels and fair winds.
And what was the cousin's name?
The cousin's name was...
Sorry, Steven.
Hjolrum.
Hjolrum.
Hjolrum. Hjolrum. Hjolrum Holbrum.
That.
It was the old Raven?
Ye Old Raven.
Ye Old. Okay, I wasn't sure if the ye was...
The E was silent.
Ye.
The ye to the ha.
I like to think we live in a world where robots do say ye.
The night continues on. You see couple other patrons stop by the pop-up. But for the most part, it's you guys sitting down and enjoying your meals. Between the fried food and the beer, you feel full and contented. The fried food doing wonders to sort of stabilize the alcohol in your system. So, even though you've had a few mugs, you're feeling good. Hanging around much longer?
Not particularly. Once,
Okay. So you're there for about an hour.
At some point, you guys probably noticed that Marston isn't sitting with you. And thinking back, you don't remember if he ever sat down when you first arrived.
I look around for Marston.
He is, in fact, not with you at the moment.
Well, job's done, I suppose. Still, he was useful.
Hey.
Suppose he had that extra chest he was delivering.
Once it gets to about 9 o'clock, you see some of the stalls along this street get torn down, and a number of goblins come out and set up their own little stalls. As like some kobolds and more dark going races begin to have their own little night market.
I believe the word you were looking for was nocturnal, but
I said what I said.
what's the phrase? Dark going? Yeah, that sounds right. I like it.
It's night dwellers.
All right, and unless there's anything else, you can part ways. Thalrak will send you off with a warm smile and a big wave before going back and serving the other patrons.
Stand up, thank him for the food, and mosey.
Yeah.
Elgavar doesn't mosey. Elgavar is moseying.
It was a very satisfying meal.
Little shake to his step. You guys know Elgavar only had like one or two. And now that he's had some food, he's still tipsy.
Yeah. I think Passenger kind of throws an arm around, a comradely arm around him as they walk.
It's not to keep either of them both standing. Nonsense.
It's totally definitely not that.
Yeah. Walking along, you're able to quickly make your way through some of the other stalls that were set up. You see some goblinoids. They've got some trinkets. They're doing their best salesmen as they're like, "Come forward, we've got some of the best jewelry you'll find this side of the mainland." As somebody's like, "We're on the mainland." And the goblin's like, "Don't worry about it. Jewelry."
Actually gonna be called over to the jewelry.
An appraising eye. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a circus of value.
Oh, you.
What is that from?
That's
Bioshock.
from
Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Oh, yep. I was like, that sounds familiar, but old.
Something
There's a
catch your
pretty-
eye.
I'm once again looking for the appetite with Onyx.
You're perusing through. You see a piece that looks similar.
Just I'll inquire about it.
Ah, an appraising eye for the young master. I got that. Where did I get that? I found it. It was, further inland.
Whereabouts?
It was, let's see, I think I was in Gold Pass when I got it.
Somebody sell it to you? Or did you take it off a body?
He looks a little shifty. Sold it. Of course.
I need to know.
Everything I sell here
Absolute-
is 100% reputable.
Mhm.
Insight check on that.
Okay, roll.
Can I assist because I'm kind of leaned up against him?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Take advantage.
Okay. Skills, insight. That is a 16.
Not everything he sells is reputable.
Okay. Listen, I'm not with the. Do you see the bobby hat or the? We're not with the fuzz. I just need to know this piece. Did you get this piece from somebody who was alive?
Yes, I got that one from somebody that was definitely alive.
What'd he look like?
Well, he had a round head in a square body.
Just groan. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Gold
Oh.
pass.
Yes, it's, if you follow the canals, it's the crossroads of Isloran.
I lost some friends. I'm looking for them. We all have a piece like this. Well, I suppose he doesn't anymore, but...
Ah. Wish I could help you, but I don't sell people anymore. I mean,
Probably for
at
the
all.
best. And
Would you like to buy it? I'll give you a special discount. Because you're not fuzzy.
Oh, believe me, I'm definitely fuzzy.
I'll give it to you for
That's
the
me-
low price of 10 gold.
Looking at this piece, Steven, does this look like it's worth anything remotely close to 10 gold?
It looks like a very unique piece of jewelry. Some
is.
people might find value in it, but more as a collector's item.
I will actually take it for 10 gold.
Aha! Pleasure doing
No,
business
I'm
with you.
I'm gonna try and haggle him down to 8.
Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion.
Help him with that, because I'm also proficient in that.
Alright.
Great.
Persuasion with advantage.
Yeah.
Come on. That's an at 20.
Nice.
Hey.
He's like, you make a great point, drunk man. 8 gold it is.
I will pay him the 8 gold.
He takes it and immediately begins to close up shop.
I show the other one to passenger.
Tell me about it.
My crew and I had an accident.
And
We all have a piece like this.
We'll have pulled away from the merchant at this point to get a little more privacy. Sorry, go ahead.
My crew and I had an accident. I went overboard along with many other people. So, but we all have a piece like this. They're not all exactly the same. You can't make an onyx flaw the same.
So do you know who this one belongs to?
Not particularly, no. I didn't have them memorized. There were about 30 of us on our ship. I just know that it doesn't belong in anybody else's hands.
I'll keep my eyes peeled for them.
And I'm going to continue stumbling back towards the ship.
All right. Anybody else perusing any shops?
Not me.
No. I'm
All right.
keeping an eye out for any pickpockets. I don't want any of the drunkards to get pickpocketed.
Okay. You get back to the airship docks at around 10.
I think, Cam, did you have something you were doing? I interrupted you.
No, I said I didn't want to do anything.
Oh,
You're
okay.
fine.
Yeah, around 10 o'clock, you guys get back to the ship. The gangplank is up, but you do see people on deck.
Kimbrin probably specifically notices a little light of a burning ember near the prow of the ship.
I do.
Kind of taking note, as yes, spoke with him there the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what's his passive? Passive perception of 12. Yeah, you'd probably be able to notice somebody smoking on deck. So are you requesting the gangplank from anybody, or?
Doing the what now?
The gangplank is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Man comes over to the ledge. State your names. As he's
Ned.
Squinting down.
Passenger!
Kimbrin.
Ah,
Courier team number 2.
the B team. Good to see you back.
Sure.
Say we're the... Which
one
team are
moment.
we?
The B team.
B team. Oh, okay. Sorry, double checking. I thought that's what it was.
Give me a minute. He goes off. About 2 minutes later, the quartermaster comes up. Ah, yes. He gives some direction, and a couple of hands come over and help lower the gangway. Coming up.
Thank you.
Once you guys are on board, he marks down on a clipboard that you guys have returned to the ship, and looking at you, all right, and where's the delivery fee from the tavern? He says as he holds his hand out for the pouch of gold you received.
Yeah.
Me?
I'll... Yeah. Who took that? I don't remember.
It was handed to you.
Okay. Yeah. Whichever one was the delivery pouch. The other ones we already divvied up, so the delivery pouch I'll hand over.
He opens it up, gives it a quick count as he sort of tosses it a bit in his hand. All right, it's all there. Well done. Run into any trouble?
A little bit.
Nothing too
I mean,
terrible.
I've still got like a bandaged wound on my head.
He looks you up and down and is like, oh. Good job pulling through. Rest up, you'll feel better in the morning.
Yeah, I got hit with a mace. My shoulder's probably all purple.
Yeah, you got bruises.
I mean, I was down to 6 HP there for a bit.
Yeah.
I was bloodied.
He gestures to the people that helped lower the gangway, and they pull it back up. And sends you about your business. Similar to the night before, Piranesi's up on deck. Sort of just lounging. He greets you all with a slight wave and a nod of his head.
I want to point a finger at him in his chest and not say anything.
What? Pointing a finger at him and not saying anything?
I'm drunk.
He looks confused.
He can tell I'm drunk. Like, I am accusing him of something, but not saying what. Because I am drunk.
Like, he just cocks his head and is like, okay.
And then
Yeah, at that point, I'll gently try to usher Sidwell to bed. Just like herd him a little bit.
I'll just go, he's sauced, don't mind him.
Ah, yes. Classic port side activity.
You know, when someone offers you free drinks, you take a free drink.
DeLuca raises his eyebrows. Ah, you got free drinks. Well done. After less than a day in port.
Yeah, it took a few scrapes and cuts to do it, but, you know, it was worth helping out someone.
Well, good show. Definitely sounds a lot more interesting than what I had to do all day.
What? Push-ups? Sit-ups?
Oh no. Well, on board, I need to play accountant.
The worst.
Yes.
Well, what a night, huh?
Oh yes, it's lovely. Though I believe there's a storm on the horizon.
Well, in that case, good night, and I head below deck.
Sleep well.
Yeah, you too.
And unless there's anything anybody else would like to take care of...
I think passenger is not able to sleep very easily and ends up doing much the same thing that they did the night before. A lot of pacing and spot mending the ship as able.
Alright. It's probably around midnight. Most everybody has gone to sleep aside from the standard watch of a couple of people pacing the deck. Off on the horizon, downspin, out over the ocean, you do notice a couple of flashes of light, suggesting a thunderstorm.
I'll definitely watch the lightning for a while. So eventually I get tired, and tired enough that I think I can confidently fall asleep.
Nice. And with that, we'll end the day. And I will also call session here because it's just about 4 o'clock.
All right.
Good session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah.
Not this time.
Not this time.
How are you running rests?
8 hours uninterrupted.
Okay. So starting off from a long rest then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you'll have enough time to long rest.
All right, cool.
Are we recovering full HP from long rests or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice standard system. Like, might
Some
play it by
GMs,
ear if you
I-
try long resting, like, in the middle of a dungeon. There might be
No, I know, but
stipulations,
some GMs, like, you have to spend your hit dice every single time, so...
Yeah, that's for short rests.
Are we just saying that we get the long rest tonight, or
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 8
So
hours
much.
of uninterrupted sleep.
Wasn't sure if the storm was gonna do anything, so.
I mean, probably around, like, 6 a.m. you'll begin hearing thunder and rumbles. But we'll get to that next session.
Sounds good.
So, good session. You guys got your first combat.
And nobody died.
And you made good friends with the tavern keeper.
Yeah. Might as well make new friends.
Okay. Yeah, unless anybody has anything else, call it there. See you guys next time.
Alright,
Have a good
see you
night,
guys in
guys.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Good session, everybody.
Bye-bye.
What?
Goodbye. Have a nice time. Okay.
Ugh.
I think that went well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh. Ugh, I have to go to a company party tonight.
Well, hopefully you don't re-get the COVID.
No, I won't.
Ugh. Oh, big stretch. Oh. All right, I'll catch you guys later.
Later.
I just wanted to end the stream without talking, without a bunch of talking over. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So I guess I didn't get to hear what Stan said. Did he have anything interesting to impart?
No. Just standard parting ways.
Gotcha. I wanted to mention something. I don't know. You're still going, right?
Oh, I can end the stream.
You
I
don't
should,
have
because
to.
all I'm doing right now is noting stuff from the session.
If you
Thank
want
y'all
to
for
find
tuning
otherwise.
in. I enjoyed how this session went. I think it was successful now that I was able to run a session without having a fever or losing my voice. I look forward to the next session. I hope you all feel free to tune in. Thank you